I cannot forget Carcosa, where black stars hang in the heavens, where the shadows of men's thoughts lengthen in the afternoon. When the twin suns sink into the lake of Hali, my mind will bear forever the memory of the pallid mask. I pray God will curse the writer, as the writer has cursed the world with this beautiful, stupendous creation, terrible in its simplicity, irresistible in its truth. A world which now trembles before the King in Yellow.
Welcome, everyone, to the fourth session of Impossible Landscapes. We had quite a doozy of a session last time, and so we're going to hit it right up into the moment. Our intrepid investigators are barely recovered from shooting two of the residents of the mysterious and strange Macallaster building to death, shattering their skulls with bullets and usually getting splashed with their brains, blood, and bone fragments. But those people were a little disturbed. Night fell on this place, and they had some strange things to say, and behavior was very odd, to say the least. So now, let's just introduce ourselves really quick. We can go ahead and go around. John, who are you?
John Castillo, and I am playing Darren Stefanski. He is a middle-aged, 51-year-old guy, and he has worked I've been in the military, intelligence agencies, and is now working for an intelligence contractor. He has a wife and daughter, and really would like to get back to them at some point. So hopefully that happens eventually.
I'm sure it will. Maybe. All right. And then Kaya. Please.
Hi, I'm Kaya. I'm playing Daniel Levy, who used to be an Israeli search and rescue pilot. And now he is 30 and an air ambulance pilot / flight paramedic. And he has a dog and a girlfriend who he is hoping to propose to soon. And his girlfriend and Fiona are also friends. So he knows Fiona in a personal way too. Yeah.
Okay. And Honda, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, so I'm Honda, and I'm playing Fiona Frost. She is a FBI profiler and psychiatrist. She hasn't spent a ton of time out in the field, and now she's just killed 2 people in a row, so kind of interesting space for her at the moment. But yeah.
All righty, and then finally Matt.
All right, I'm playing Dr. August Yoshida, who's a native of Seattle, who's of Swedish and Japanese ancestry. He is a forensic pathologist in Seattle, Washington, out on special assignment for the FBI.
All right.
And as we learned, I think in the last episode, he knows a little bit about mythical creatures.
Mm-hmm. And perhaps even unnatural creatures. Excellent. All right, so let's get started. Here's the scene. Camera fades in on what looks like an arch, and then bookshelves. More rooms just filled with books, sort of extending as far as the eye can see, and turns around to see the apartment of Michelle Van Fitz, which is a nicely tidy and nicely appointed apartment. Lots of books on the on shelves all over it, just like through that archway. A coffee table and a couch and a couple chairs where she was sitting reading a book last time you all saw her through a window, but now she lies over a bathtub. Her brain splattered all over. I believe it was Dr. August Yoshida, who is perhaps picking himself up out from under her and her brains. And our other folks are standing around in the apartment. So why don't we just start out and go around and, how are you all dealing with this moment? This woman attacked you, ran past Darren, Agent Max, and
sprayed me with mace. Yeah.
She did do that before when you can't. She discovered you for over another body of an artist who was across the hall.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah. Go. How's Darren doing?
So I kind of came into this after all of it had happened. I heard the yelling and the gunshot, and I kind of had to make my way in there. So I'm still wet with water and milk.
Yes, right.
I'm wiping it off my face as I come into the room, and I imagine I see men, with the gun over Michelle's body, and I'm interested in what her reaction is. That's my gun, by the way, so I'm a little concerned that we just keep murdering people with evidence that absolutely would trace back to me.
All right. Well, yeah. Fiona.
Yeah, so I'm a little shocked by everything that's been happening. Obviously, I just saw my friends get attacked by complete and utter lunatics who have gone just completely deranged. So I'm going to try to look for a corner in the room and back into it, and then just sink down and hold my gun out in case we get attacked again. But I'm clearly not okay. Like, I'm clearly just barely hanging on right now.
Gun shaking, maybe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, Daniel.
Daniel's not doing well. He tried to intercept the woman who had earlier maced Agent Max, and she had a massive axe, I believe it was, and he thought with all his training he would be able to disarm her and tackle her down and eliminate the risks, but he ended up with an axe in his head, and now he's on the floor bleeding out.
Yeah, you're sort of literally holding a flap of your scalp.
Yeah.
Onto your head, trying to apply pressure.
Yeah.
And
he's freaking out also with like all the paranormal things happening. He's like,
yeah, sort of right there before you, because as August notices, and you all are sort of starting to notice, that should be a window that leads out onto the street, and yet it's more room. It's another room and a short corridor, another room, more bookshelves.
And it's not just that the map showed us. I mean, we were outside. We know what the architecture should be looking at from the street.
Right. But I believe you've all rolled your sanity about that already. So now the question is, August.
So August isn't really paying any attention to the arch whatsoever. He is lying flat on his back. True. underneath this woman's body.
Yes.
He is like there are tears coming down his eyes. There's blood spattered across his face. He is clutching at his chest. There's blood welling up between his fingers. And all he can do is stare straight up at the ceiling. And and say, what how somebody.
Okay.
And with that, the camera sort of the camera pulls back and just sort of does a long shot of all of you. What do you do?
So I immediately will go to August and I'll hoist the body off of him because it looks like it's preventing him from breathing.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Right. And I'm like, okay, well, let me help. I'll get her off so you can breathe. And then I notice that
there's an axe in his.
He has a axe in his chest. I'm like, oh my god. So, and then I look over to Daniel. Are you? I mean, is he just out, or is he just kind of like out of it?
Daniel's
is he unconscious?
But he's conscious, but he's not.
He's not good.
He's like in shock, and he's not good.
Got it. Okay, so I'm gonna do some work on Yoshida.
Okay.
And then I'm yelling at Fiona to get over to Daniel and see if she can help.
All right.
Men, get to Mia.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm on it. So I'll get up and start wandering over to Daniel. Kind of shakily, but I'm coming out of it realizing, oh shit, I need to get on the job here.
There's a washcloth hanging on the spigots for the the bathtub. You see towels nearby. There's also a kitchen that's like right there, and there's various things that you could probably use for first aid.
Okay.
You even see some liquor. Pretty easy to grab some rum and whiskey bottles in a little tray.
So I'm gonna I'll get like if there's like a first aid kit, maybe, I don't know, or just grab some stuff that I would think would be in one, like rubbing alcohol and some towels and whatever. I'll come back over to Yoshida. I'm just looking at this axe and I'm like, I think I have to take this out.
Yeah. And you take a close look at it. It's not like it's a pipe that has.
Oh, it's a pipe.
Yeah, it's like a tomahawk that has feathers wrapped on it. It's painted like kind of it's a Native American like pipe that is also a tomahawk.
Okay. Well, regardless, it doesn't look like it belongs here. I'm basically looking in his eyes for permission that this. I think I'm gonna have to take this out.
And I'm kind of sort of nods.
Oh, okay. So he has to, he gets some leverage and just like rips this thing out and just like sprays blood everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, it was embedded pretty deeply. It did a lot of damage. So it kind of tears a bit as it comes out, and maybe you get your leverage, but then it's a little harder to pull out than you thought. And I imagine that August screams.
Oh yeah. Well, he may not. All
right.
I'm thinking Constitution roll to see if he remains conscious.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I mean, you're at 2 hit points, so this is minus 20, by the way.
Right.
And in the meantime, Darren can roll first aid.
He passes right out.
Passes out. Okay.
Yeah. So I go to just pull up on it and it does he pulls up with it. Right.
Yep.
And I'm like, I gotta put my foot on you. I'm sorry. And I literally have to I'm pulling it out of a block of wood.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's when he
lets out one sort of
yeah. And then I'm just like, okay, now I throw that thing out off to the side, and then I just grab towels and I'm putting pressure on and whatever, and we're gonna see if this really low first aid score can get anything done here.
Okay, great. So go ahead and do that.
I got a 13.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So you're gonna get a little. You can roll a D4.
Oh well.
Make your buddy feel.
This might be much ado about nothing. Hang on. I got 2 on the D4.
Okay, so that's 2 hit points.
Doubled
back.
your hit points.
You feel yeah. I mean, you pack that thing with gauze or towels and
duct tape. You're fine.
Yeah, duct tape it exactly. And there's surprisingly little bleeding. Fiona.
I also have very low first aid, but I'm going to try to help Daniel. Daniel, you were holding a flap of skin to your head. Was that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, great. Okay.
And there's blood kind of seeping out from underneath my hands and down my arm.
Yeah. So like Darren, I'm gonna go try to find things that look like they might help in the situation.
Yeah, there's definitely like sterilization items, and if you want to go into her cabinet, bathroom cabinet, you actually can find a first aid kit.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So
you have a gauze, you can pop things out that are sterile, and yeah.
Perfect. All right.
And meanwhile, you didn't make it great.
No, because I have terrible first aid. So.
You didn't crit fail though, did you?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Okay, so you sort of like wrap it, but it's not enough. It's not enough pressure, and like you have a moment when you're like, okay, take your hand away, and she does, and then the skin goes like off. You can see his skull, and the ear is kind of part of that flap.
No.
It's gnarly. And unfortunately, you don't make it any worse, but it's not better.
Yeah, it's not better.
And unfortunately, Daniel's, you're not out of it. Like it was shocking, of course, but you're probably, you're pretty used to like acting in a crisis. So, you maybe like let her do that, and then you realize she was screwing it up, and give me that. So you totally have the opportunity to do it on yourself.
Okay.
Oh,
great. I will.
Okay, so you'd probably jump up to the bathroom mirror.
Yeah, I go to the bathroom mirror. And
that's gonna need stitches.
Yeah. And I'm rolling, and I get a 2.
Oh, nice. Okay, well that's with authority. So roll a D4, and you'll get that many hit points back.
This one?
Yeah, exactly. The pyramid.
Yeah. How do I read this?
It's the top number.
Oh, 3.
All right. That's great. So you go from 3 hit points to 6 hit points. So you do a bang up job. No surprise. Getting yourself back together. And you do it quick. Real quick. You're like, well, that's going to need stitches, but for now, basically just have it wrapped around and packed nicely.
I also grab one of those whiskey bottles and
glug
down it for the pain.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Excellent. So medical attention completed. Next steps.
Let's get some smelling salts out of that first aid kit and get Yoshida back up.
Sure. Crack it under his nose, brings you around.
Daniel's also wanting to, now that he's kind of like more with it, take a look at Agent May and try and do his skill set.
Because just the way the system works, once a first aid succeeds, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Unless you had another wound, which I don't think you do. Yeah, but yeah, you take a look at it, and it looks like Darren did a pretty good job.
Great, good job.
Mm-hmm. You may want to drink this.
Like Max is better than I thought he was. He's shaping up.
I don't feel that good, but okay. Well, I'll at least try sitting up.
So you hear the sound of New York from one of the windows out on the street, and as I mentioned, there is Van Fitt's body, sort of pushed over and bleeding out onto the carpet next to the sort of laying on top of the bathtub, and that archway. And there's a red book on the table that seems to be what she was reading.
Like on her kitchen table.
It's like the coffee table in front of her.
Oh, in front of the couch.
Little seating area, just a couch and a couple chairs. No TV.
Okay. Well, look at all these books. We need a TV.
All books.
Yeah. Well, it's probably not terribly far from where I'm where I've just sat up, I'll sort of slide it over tentatively toward myself and see if I can see what she was reading.
Oh yeah, it was it's a red book, and it says on the cover that's sort of illustrated, "A World Without Doors" by Emmeline F. Fitzroy. It's hardcover. Covers like an image of an imposing palace tower, but it's inverted above a city. But there are no doors on the buildings of the city.
Okay. And what's the title again?
A World Without Doors.
Okay. Okay. I sort of flipped through it. Are there more illustrations inside?
There are. It appears to be a young adult's book, but it's an old book. It says it was published in 1936.
Yeah.
And it, that's kind of all you can get at this moment. If you want to read it some more, you can.
Not really my highest priority, but
yeah.
Okay.
Here's the cover. You can see it on our.
Daniel's interested in touching base with everyone. So
yeah,
he kind of like leans against the wall, his hand on his head. I think at this point he's sitting and leaning against the wall on the floor. And he kind of like looks to Agent May, and he's like, so Agent Min heard a being in a mirror, and now this. What do you make of it?
Well, I was kind of thinking there would just be, sort of a secret passage here in this corner. I mean, I guess that qualifies, but not really what I was expecting. I don't know. I mean, my thought was that I was here because there's some sort of ancient creature being something here that would fit my expertise, but I mean, it's this opening that seems to go on forever. I don't know.
Well, it doesn't look like it goes on forever. It just looks like it's a short corridor and then another room, and it's sort of lined with bookshelves like this one. There's tables. You can see there's even like cocktails.
I can't see the end of that room though. Like
no, it sort of goes to the end, and then you remember when when Van Fitz ran away, she sort of made a left. She ran to the end of the room, made a left.
Yeah,
but then came back.
I can't.
I mean the map indicates a passageway to these other floors. So if Abigail's anywhere, she's there with whatever the encyclopedia salesman is.
And she, according to dead guy splattered over there, she's buddy with this
this encyclopedia.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but
who I'm thinking is the voice in the mirror.
Maybe.
Min? Am I right on that?
The voice in the mirror?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to expect of the encyclopedia salesman, but this definitely didn't sound like any kind of encyclopedia salesman. It was, I don't know, this creepy, demonic voice just demanding things. I don't know if that's.
I mean, my working theory is that they call it the encyclopedia salesman because either they don't know how to really pronounce its name or it's the nearest pronunciation, human pronunciation that people have.
Well, it could have been
if she's in there, then we need to go get her. If you guys aren't up for it, then I'll go by myself. Or if
do we need to call an ambulance?
I mean, yeah, we should call an ambulance. But if I don't know, Max.
It's an extraordinarily bad idea.
How does this work? If we call an ambulance,
we all go to jail.
The people who come on that ambulance drive us off to some back alley and we're never seen again.
That is a distinct possibility. That's if Marcus doesn't know that we've called somebody in. But I mean, with all of the evidence that we have left behind, I think we would take a trip out of a window just as fast as Tom did. So I think we got to get this done to get him off our back first, and then we can, maybe go back to the real world and heal up.
I mean, we could just go back down and finish scanning the room and taking photos of everything. Like, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, there's bodies now. There's forensic evidence now.
Dude seemed to be okay with getting rid of bodies.
That's true. That was kind of his MO. Why don't we get the body from the other room and put it together with this one? We don't need to leave them everywhere. We just kind of consolidate the bodies, maybe.
Sure.
So I'll if you want to help me, I want to drag it and get more blood everywhere.
That's fine. You guys,
probably the only one.
Mia and May, you guys can stay here and we'll drag the body in here and put him in the bathtub. Does she have a clawfoot bathtub and
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So does the the artist's spot place has another same kind. But okay, so you go over there, and of course that artist is sort of splayed out over a pile of laundry, dirty laundry, head shattered.
Yeah. So I mean, we're just.
I mean, the smell is just unbelievable. It's not great because
it wasn't great before then either, right?
No, it was pretty much a mess in there. But he also, when people die, they generally let go of their bowels and all that sort of thing. So that smell has had a little time to collect in the room, and not to mention just the coppery smell of blood, mixed with the smell of shit.
So grab the legs, grab hands. We're kind of carrying him back through.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll lock the door behind us.
Right. Well, they're across the hall.
Yep. Okay, so you guys moving the body. Go ahead and make sand checks. It's more because it's unpleasant than anything else. No.
Crit fail. I don't know if that matters.
Oh no.
Well, you would lose max sand, but this is just a 0-1, so.
Okay.
But it really is not great. His pants probably fall down and you get some of what's in them on you and stuff. And it's just Yoshida. In the meantime.
Yeah, I lean over toward Maya and are you okay to keep going?
Oh, guy wanted us to finish that room and I was really impatient. And here we are, and we could go in there and die, and if we come out and didn't do what he wanted, his way, we could die. I feel like I'm over my head. That's how I feel. And he kind of chuckles because his head is like, bleeding.
Still a rescue to be done here. It's true.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should do it. Why not?
Okay. Do you have another gun?
I don't know. Does Daniel have another gun?
Let's see. The guns that you got, you had 2 guns, I believe. One was Fiona's, one was Stefanski. You were packing as well, right? You had it. You were.
Yeah, but Fiona took my
pistol,
and
you also
shot 2
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
You also had a pistol from the sheriff. So I think there's 3 guns.
I don't know if I had it. I don't think I did.
Yeah.
I think I might have given it to Daniel.
Yeah. So I have.
It had 3 bullets left.
3 bullets in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you do know that there is a duffel bag of weapons
That is true.
outside in the trunk of the sheriff's vehicle.
Actually, I think we brought those into where we were cleaning up the
Oh, that's right. It's in the
crime scene. So it's probably down in the basement.
In the basement.
Useful.
Okay.
So I have this one gun.
Okay.
I imagine you wouldn't have left them there, so I'm gonna say they're in the apartment.
In Abigail's apartment, probably.
Abigail's apartment.
Just downstairs.
We can retcon that. It's fine. Or it might be actually what it is. We just don't remember. That's gaming, folks. All right, so you're going to so you're taking stock. Take a look at the bullets. Clack clack. Definitely loaded. And it's a revolver, so you put the bullet in the right spot so that when you pull the trigger next time it shoots.
Mm-hmm.
And May, any other things you're doing? Take a look at this book.
I mean, unless the illustrations sort of jump out at me as being important in some way.
You can make a, let's see, just make an int check.
Sure.
As you sort of just, flip through it.
Ot 1 thing.
Oh,
Wow.
Pretty good.
Wow.
okay. Okay, so you get the gist of it as you flip through it, like a little speed reading in you perhaps, and it's a book that's about a little girl named Abby and her journeys to a magical, like, unnamed land, and she travels there by drowning herself.
Okay.
And there's photo, there's like a illustration of this that is disturbingly reminiscent of the illustrations that the artist was doing
Downstairs in the
is
basement.
drowning in a pool. And except this illustration must be decades and decades, like from the 30s.
The 30s.
And so in the world without doors, she battles a nameless foe called the Phantom to free people from the dance, a music which forces the people to live boring, repetitive lives. And in one sequence she gets caught, and then she escapes by drowning herself again, appearing back on Earth. But she, you can see it just goes on and on, like again and again. She drowns herself, goes there, drowns herself to escape. But the last few pages, she defeats the Phantom. But then she realizes the city is collapsing into chaos without the song. So she puts on the mask and becomes the Phantom and begins the song again. And the other thing, like, you've heard the name of this Emmeline S. Fitzroy. She was like a child genius. Like kind of, the 20s, 30s, 40s, died in the 50s. Yeah, and it just pops in your mind. She was so, her family was so wealthy, meatpacking Chicago family. They had a house built for them in the Oak Park neighborhood by the Picasso of architecture, Asa Darabondi. And it's just weird. You have no idea but it was known to be like a bizarre place. This guy was a very strange. He had lots of weird ideas about architecture and put them together. And it was completed in 1911. Interleaved curving rooms, odd lines, strange spires of glass and metal. And she grew up. She was born in that house and was a genius. She published The World Without Doors on her 12th birthday.
Wow. Does the house have a name?
The Belle Fleur House.
Okay. And it was in Chicago, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Huh. All right.
I think this all just comes to you in a flash as you're flipping through this. You're like, oh yeah, wait, the author, and then you see like the end. Apparently the whole story is this. It's very 30s children's book.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. There's a wardrobe. You pass through it. Yeah. I don't know if that was in the 30s, but yeah, sure.
Ish. All right, great. So that's kind of what you could get sort of sucked into this little book.
Yeah.
And you folks drag in a body. So I imagine, just get some bigger pieces of clothes and wrap them in it and dump them in the on top of the other body in the
tub.
In the tub.
Yeah.
Yeah, the stench comes with them.
And at some point, let's say Fiona laid down that weapon to like help Daniel, and I'll see it on the ground and I'll pick it up and I'll just hand it back to her. I'm like, well, you seem to be pretty good with this, so why don't you just keep it for now?
We should probably all be armed. Do you have anything?
He like leans down and pulls one out of an ankle holster, and he's like, yeah, I'm good.
All right, cool. Tuck it away. I want to kind of look at the edge of where this like gate leading to the library is.
Yeah.
And then maybe take like an inanimate
open
object.
There's no gate or anything. It's an open like archway.
Right.
Archway?
And a little corridor, short corridor. It's all sort of Edwardian, Victorian, like the whole house is, but it's the same. It has like velvet wallpaper, and a carpet looks pretty nice, and like a runner. And then there's little pieces of furniture out there amongst it, a little chair, little side table, got bottle of liquor and a glass on a little tray. Yeah. In the room that you can see.
If I take, I don't know, like the tip of my gun and like put it through where one would cross from apartment into the space, does anything happen? I'm just very weirded out by this.
Kind of go, and yeah, it just goes
like just kind of gingerly.
Yeah.
Without any weirdness.
Completely naturally.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also interested in the results. I'm just kind of like.
So yeah, you pull your hand back. It feels exactly the same. It wasn't cold. It wasn't hot. It wasn't anything.
Okay.
Although, if you can make an alertness check.
I have pretty good alertness, but I don't have good rolls right now.
Oh, you'll be fine, I'm sure.
No, I got a 99.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
You are the Daniel Levy of this particular session.
Apparently.
No longer see the doorway.
Yeah. Well, you can. Let's see. So you pull your hand back. You're kind of looking at your hand with the gun, and just out of the corner of your eye, you see down at the the other end of the room, which looks like it actually opens into like a intersection or something.
Mm-hmm.
You see somebody like walk by really quickly, and you like look at it, and they're just already gone. You catch a glimpse of like they have a briefcase, like a big briefcase, and then it's just there's nobody there, and you're not even sure if you really saw that.
Yeah.
But,
I'll still grab Max by the shoulder and be like, "Did you see that?"
I look up from the book. Oh, Max, sorry.
No, and I was actually looking at Yoshida at that point and waiting for Daniel to get back with the guns. So I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, look, I obviously didn't see anything either.
No.
Yeah. No. What did you see?
There's somebody in there. I saw a guy running. I think it was a guy with like a briefcase.
We can go check it out.
Yeah, I don't want to go in a little.
How far away does it look to that intersection?
Maybe 100 feet. Not far.
Yeah.
It's just your typical like little drawing room, little library room.
Do you want to go check it out? We'll come right back.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. May, we'll be right back.
He's just not looking up from the book.
Just go ahead. All right, cool.
And May, and Agent Maya is getting the guns.
Yeah. So let's do. Okay. So you sort of go to the stairs. You distinctly hear as you hit the stairs upstairs, like where it going to the roof, the sound of a cocktail party. It is unmistakable. There's like muted conversation, there's clinking glasses, there's laughter. Yeah, somebody's having a party up there.
That's weird. Daniel rushes.
Downstairs?
Downstairs.
All right. You go down first floor, get to the apartment, grab the bag, see the yellow sign again, because it is lying naked on top of that box. And you just slow down and take a look at the guns, and you just feel like you're in molasses for a second, and then your gaze like slides over it, and you're out of there again. And you move up the stairs to the second floor, and then again, like right at the landing, there's somebody's popped a cork of champagne, out of a champagne bottle, and you move on to back into the room with everyone there, and you have a bag of guns.
And he sees everyone and says, "Hey guys,
It looks like Min and Max have walked into the room beyond the arch.
Okay, but I can still see them."
Yes.
So in this world of strange things happening, apparently there's a party happening upstairs. Champagne, popping, corks going everywhere. People are laughing. It's a whole group of people. And maybe I'm just imagining things and going crazy, but just thought I would share in case it's relevant. Here are the guns. He drops them on the ground.
Crunch.
Oh, okay. Can you make sure one of them's working for me?
Yeah, sure, of course. He rifles everyone.
And show me how the safety works.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I know how the safety works.
So if I recall, there was a shotgun, a M16 assault rifle, and like a hunting rifle, like a 30-06.
All right, my friend, here's your poison.
But yeah, shotgun is probably the easiest, point and pull and hit something.
Yeah. So Daniel goes over, picks it up, puts it in one hand, clicks it, checks the inside of the barrel, make sure everything's clean.
Yep, it's all maintained.
Everything's fine. Here you go. And he like shows him how to position that particular gun on his body. Pretty straightforward. Point and shoot.
Yep.
Use
You
both hands.
got 5 shots in there of lead shot.
Okay. Yeah. You know, I started out in criminal justice. I was, going to be a cop.
No, you're right around a shotgun, for sure.
So
Okay.
and
Daniel fills out like their extra bullets, I'm assuming.
There's a box of shells, yeah.
Yeah. So
Shotgun.
he fills up his gun. So he now has 12 shots.
Oh, are you using the M16 or the rifle?
The M16.
shotgun. Oh, you're taking the M16.
Oh, I'm taking the hand. I thought I had a hand.
Oh yeah. Sure. There's. Well, it was his gun, so I'm sure there's ammo for the 38 in there. That's a pistol. M16 has 2 clips of ammo, which each have. I'm gonna get this wrong. Gun fondler's not gonna be happy with me, but whatever it is, a good 28 rounds, I guess, in each.
Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, I'll take one of those. I'm pretty used to that
I'm
too.
gonna look it up because I do have a little bit of gun fondler.
So I sling the M16 rifle over my shoulder, and I have the handgun pistol kind of like in my hand.
$20 rounds. Okay, each has 20 rounds. Now we know. Okay, great. So,
And I said, hey, since we're sharing, this book that I've been sort of paging through, it's really, really familiar. Like the author, like I'm familiar with her. Like I've heard of her before. I mean, I've read some, about some weird stuff, so maybe it's just sort of in passing. But yeah, she was something in her days. Like she published this book when she was 12, and it's weird. It has these images in of a woman named Abby, which is oddly coincidental. Abigail, Abby, anyway, who drowned herself. Considering we've seen some art about drownings recently, also weirdly coincidentally not coincidental, I suspect. And anyway, she grew up in this strange house in Chicago that was built by kind of a crazy person, twisty corridors and, Winchester Mystery House kind of weirdness.
oh yeah, now you remember. Her family died, and she was like kind of the last one left living there in the 40s and 50s, and she disappeared, or she just basically she was declared dead in 55.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was only ever seen. She'd never seen leave it left. After last time she was seen, she was in the house, but her body was never found.
Yeah. So there's that.
So she just disappeared.
Just disappeared.
Interesting.
Flower house. Okay, so
Yeah.
you two are walking into the extension, and you see, as I mentioned, a nice lots of more books. Just all kinds of books, nonfiction, fiction, oversized art books, all kinds of so there's hundreds of books in this room alone, and there's hundreds more back out in her apartment. And then from what you can see, the corridor beyond that sort of goes in a T intersection, and you can peek over there and you see that there's to the right and left there's more rooms filled with books, different, like one of them is just a corridor that goes along a little while and then opens up into what might be a another lounge, and then the other one goes the other way, and you see what's probably some sort of waiting room.
So, Min, which way do you think that guy?
Lined with books.
What's up?
The guy went from right to left, so he went towards the waiting room that you saw.
Okay. I'm letting you kind of direct where you think you saw the person.
Right. So as we're about to turn the corner, do you think we should get the others? I don't know what's out there, and this is really weird. We should be hanging out over the street right now, but we're in this huge library.
I mean, I'll kind of. Do I hear anything? Any
you can make an alertness.
voices or?
Yeah, just make an alertness.
+7.
Okay. Okay. You hear the sound of like crashing waves coming from that direction. To the right there. Like maybe there's a way out, or it sort of opens
Okay.
to or maybe somebody just has a white noise generator.
Okay.
It's pretty distinct. Like you're sure you hear it.
It's like waves crashing onto the, like up against rocks or something like that.
Yeah.
He now that he thinks this is where Abigail might be, he's not gonna wait. He's not waiting. So he tells you, if you want to go back and get him, that's cool. I'm gonna go take a look over here. I think there might be an opening.
Okay, so there's no I can talk you into going back right now?
Just go and get him and come back here.
No, I can't leave you alone. Last time, a tomahawk went flying at someone within a matter of a second. I don't know who's out here. I'll go with you.
Just, okay, well, yell to him and tell him we're going down here to the right.
All right. So I'm going to shout over there like, hey, guys, we're going to turn the corner up here. If we're not back in, 2 minutes, can you come look for us?
And like, as you're talking back, he is walking towards that sound.
All right, I'll follow.
Okay. Yeah, May and Mia, what do you guys do?
Do we hear them yell in our direction? Oh.
Yeah, you can see them. They're just turning the corner, going to the right.
Okay. Well, time to go. Yeah.
Yeah. Daniel picks up the other, like the big bag of guns.
Weapons clapping.
He has the 2 available and then just the big bolster bag. And like,
Okay,
well, let's do it. Takes a deep breath.
Right. It's like the Matrix, only not. Okay.
So you all walk down the corridor.
So May before he as he's getting up, May spots the tomahawk and reaches over and picks that up.
Okay.
So he'll have that.
It's well balanced
in his left hand, and he'll like hold on to the shotgun in the right.
Yeah, it's well balanced, and it's covered with Daniel and your blood. So you walk through the corridor or the archway and into sort of the first room there, and there's a lot of liquor. What's Yoshida's favorite liquor?
Boy, he's not much of a drinker, really. Oddly, he likes a brown ale called Downtown Brown. Mm-hmm. It's made in California.
Right. So you walk. You're in in this apartment in New York, walking into the space, and you see there's a chair and a small table next to it, just a reading chair, comfortable, overstuffed, kind of brass buttons on the leather, and next to it is a little tray, and that tray has 2 bottles of Downtown Brown on it, ice cold.
Wow.
And you just notice that as passing, you may stop or not, but
yeah. He looks at it. There's sort of a calculation in his head, and you might sort of in his head he sees the imagery of all the people who have ended up on his table in the autopsy room, for drinking and carrying around weapons, and he sort of shakes his head and continues on.
Wow. That's an awful flash of memory. All right. Ooh. Great. And so you walk over to the others, and Darren's sort of leading the way, going to the right, walking down the corridor to this. It looks like a foyer. It's like a Victorian foyer. It's got a nice gas lamp, like on a couple of gas lamps on the wall, real gas, they're actually lit.
Right.
And there is what looks like a shuttered window, and a door, and a bucket with umbrellas, a few umbrellas in it, that are wet, like they've just been used, and really nice sort of pastoral paintings on the walls, and Darren, you get up to the point where you're at the door, and
so as we're going down this, is it like a corridor? You were saying, are there rooms off of it? Mm-hmm. Are there rooms off of it?
Not down to this. Not until you get down to this point, and the books the bookshelves actually end at the point where you get into the room that has the
foyer.
The foyer.
Okay. I'll go up to the door. I'll put my hand on the doorknob, and I'll kind of listen in and see if anybody's in there.
You just hear the crashing of waves.
Okay. I'll look back to the others. I'll kind of wait for them to get into the foyer. And then I'll just open it up and...
Okay. You open up the door, and it's very odd, because you open up the door, you're sort of expecting to see maybe a porch, and then the seaside, because it sounds like there's waves. Instead, you see another foyer and another door and another set of umbrellas in a bucket and another 2 gas lamps.
Exactly the same?
Right on the, there's a set of umbrellas right on the other side of the door, and it continues, it's a mirror.
It's like a little foyer, so it's another, 10 feet, and then another door. Bucket of umbrellas, gas lamps.
Is it the same bucket of umbrellas?
They look exactly the same, yes.
But I don't see me. I don't see the back of me in the other end, right?
It's a strange thought.
I know. That's me. What? Yeah, that is a strange thought.
I look over at Maya and say, I should not have made the Matrix crack. That was...
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in and go look at the umbrellas.
Yeah, umbrellas are there,
and they're wet,
still wet. Doors the same. Window. And
I'm gonna do exactly what I did.
Windows has a curtain drawn over it, so you can't see through it. But yeah.
So I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I did before. I'm gonna grab the handle. I'm gonna look back, and now I'm looking back through the other door.
Yep.
Into the foyer, and I'm gonna open the door and go on in.
Another foyer, another door, umbrellas, gas lamps. Roll sanity.
Yeah.
3 times a charm.
I did not make that one.
Okay, so this is really odd. You're not sure if you're in the real world anymore. Take 2 sanity.
I am at my breaking point.
Oh, so close. So this, I imagine you probably opened the door a bunch more times.
Now I'm just like rushing through and like opening as many as I can. Or
yes. So you go for a good 5 minutes. It does not stop being the same foyer.
Right.
You can look back and see everyone else
just all the way through. Wow.
Somebody built this?
Why would they do this?
But there are corridors going off to the side.
Right. When I tire myself out, then
yeah. You have your hand on the 15th door.
Right. I'll turn back and I'll just like look down the
all of y'all can make sand checks too.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. So keep track of. So from this point on, keep track of the sand you lose separately for reasons.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Who made it? Who didn't?
Made it.
Made it. Somebody made this to be like this. This is totally Winchester Mystery House. Made it. Change it, Mia. Well, D100. The 2 10s.
Just made it.
Just made it. Okay. So yeah. Usually they're freaking out as I go.
It's like exactly the same. I don't know if that makes a difference.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I got 53, and the sanity points that I have are 53.
That's fine. You still made it. So, you are baffled by this situation, and you are you all just leaving him, letting him do that? What are you doing?
I'm gonna shout, Max, come back! What are you doing? Come back! I don't expect that to do much, though.
Yeah, after a few minutes, you just hear him yelling like, it's all the same. And then like you can hear the fear in his voice. He's just yelling like, where are we now? Where am I?
Where are we? Where am I? It echoes.
So I'm gonna shout like, see right there, I'm coming to get you. Because you seem like you're kind of, I don't know, stuck.
Man, tell him to come to us.
All right, so I'll try that first. Like, can you just walk toward my voice? We're all here.
He can
right
see
here.
you.
We can see him.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just trying to like snap
I'm
him
like,
out.
I'm like really small down this like hallway of doors, right?
I'm just trying to like snap him out of this whole like we're not in reality anymore thing. Like, hey, we're here. We're waiting for you. Just come back to the apartment.
Okay, so he'll get his shit together. Okay, somebody built this. I don't know why.
Yeah, have you ever been to San Jose? There's this crazy house there.
Ooh, yeah.
It's all built all fucked up. This bitch went crazy, and the house is crazy. It's supposed to be this way to mess with you.
All right, he'll but there's that nagging thing. Like maybe that was the last door that they built.
Could be.
Right.
It probably was.
Oh man,
It's maddening.
just one more.
Marty, quick question.
Yes.
Just to be clear, when we went in, Max went to the right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But when, if I remember correctly, Van Fitz went in, and when she came back out, she came from the left.
Yes.
Okay. All right. As he's walking that way, I'm like, we're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Van Fitz went that way.
Okay, but we gotta get Max back. I think he's coming undone a little bit.
He's coming, right?
Yeah, Yeah,
coming?
I'm good.
Okay, you kind of walk back,
run.
and maybe you stumble a little
I'm
bit.
gonna run. I mean,
Okay.
I'm winded.
Yeah.
It'll take me a minute.
Well, and you're like, your blood pressure's through the roof.
Yeah, and I'm old.
And you're
I'm
old.
fat. I'm kind of fat too, so
Not good.
I've been taking the best care of myself.
All right, you're back in the initial foyer. You could go back. You can still see the books start back there, and then the corridor continues on, and then makes a left.
All right, so Agent, wait, this one. Sorry.
Yeah, that way. Look.
So back the way you came.
Well, back the way we, sort of, but we came in and went left. So instead of, essentially, we'll just go straight across the entryway that we came in, right? Instead of
The
turning
T
right.
section.
Yeah.
All right,
the
cool.
T.
So you walk back into the books
We'll go the other way.
area, and you don't.
Okay.
You're walking for a while. Rooms with books. You don't hit the T section. It just is kind of going straight through. And then you come upon a different room. And you can hear from a distance there's music. It sounds like a waltz. And yeah, you sort of walk close enough and you see you're looking into a ballroom and people are dancing in the ballroom. And you get closer, you can see that it's odd. They have strings on them that are on their heads and arms and legs.
Oh no.
It's an easily like 20 or 30 of them. But they're all dancing to this waltz that's playing like a nice soothing melody, and you are really freaked out. Make another sand check, everybody. As you see a ballroom full of human-sized marionettes dancing the waltz.
I'll make it.
No.
Missed it by one.
No.
Missed it by one.
Uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty odd. Oh, you lose 4 sanity, Agent Min. Oh my goodness. Agent Min also loses 4 sanity. Agent Mia, you lose 2. And sorry, Max, did you?
Oh, I know. I did not.
Did not make it?
I did not.
That's 1 for you. Now, in theory, you would hit your breaking point at this point, but you feel a little detached. You don't feel like this is real,
Right.
and so you're okay. This is not great. This is weird. Those marionettes, you've seen a marionette before. These are all sort of in ballroom costumes, like amazing dresses, tuxedos, but blank, featureless faces. And strings that go up into the dark.
I am at my breaking point, like right on the nose.
So, as I mentioned, you can keep track of sanity from the last time separately, and you don't need to worry about your breaking point.
Oh, I don't need to. Oh, sorry, I missed that. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Just keep track of it for now.
Got it.
The sand that you do lose.
Okay.
And so, looking around,
can this sand loss be pushed off onto Bond?
You can. Yes, if you want to burn will and do that, you totally can do that. Yes.
Yes. So you burn the same number of will. Is that the?
No, just 1.
Burn 1 will. Okay.
And then D4. Subtract. Yeah, push it off to the bottom.
Push up D4 worth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Nice. 2. Okay, so half of it. That's pretty good. And you lose then how many off of the bond?
The amount that you rolled.
The amount that you rolled. Okay. Yeah, I am
Are there any
slightly less attached to the Seattle Fruit Tree Society.
Yeah.
They're very nice people, but I don't think they're going to understand what's happening here.
They're going to think you're crazy.
Are there any strung up people in the room?
No. There's no one doing anything. It's just couples dancing. a lot of these marionettes all dancing. And
And they
again,
have-
they're you get a closer look. Like you can go up right up to them if you want. They're just sort of shuffling. Their strings moving them around, life size. So you got to kind of watch out, or they'll bump into you.
Right.
But you do.
Are there strings above them?
Yeah, they go up off into like it's too dark up there to see. They go way far up there. It's not lit.
And they have
their
like
light doesn't reach to the top of it.
they have actual faces, not like the blank faced thing that
They
was
have
in
blank
the
faces.
trunk. Okay. Well, I would like to go away from this room now.
Yeah, let's get through here.
You see a few. You see a couple of exits. There's a stage where the music is coming from, and then there's a door on either side. That one of them's like one of the swinging doors, like that would go to maybe a kitchen or something, and another one's sort of a grand entry double doors.
They ignore us completely, right?
Yeah, they're just
American dancers.
dancing.
Okay.
And the music, you said there's a stage. Are there other marionettes playing, or what's?
There's not a band, but you can distinctly. I mean, you can hear the acoustics of the room. It's obvious that the music is coming from the stage, but you don't really see what's playing music or at all. But it's soothing.
Do we recognize the song?
You can make an idea or a intelligence roll and roll into your int ×5.
I did do that. It's int -5. I'm good.
Yep. You do not recognize the tune,
Okay.
but it is certainly in the zone of 1880s waltz.
Okay.
Right, welcome back. We have entered the night floors. Our intrepid investigators have found a very strange foyer with an infinite number of doors, and they're currently enjoying a large ballroom with marionettes, of course, dancing to a nice waltz. Very large, 200 foot by 200 foot ballroom, amazing parquet floors, a little stage where very calm waltz music emanates, and these dancing marionettes just continue to waltz with each other. Two exits. One looks like it goes to sort of a kitchen, and another one looks like it's a double door sort of grand entryway. What would you like to do?
Yeah. Darren will gravitate towards the closest door. Whatever gets him out of this room faster.
Probably the entryway.
Okay. That's double doors?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he wants to create as much space to get out as possible, so he'll open both.
All right. So you open up both those doors, go goosh, and the shuffling and the music is sort of behind you, and everyone's joining you, unless you all want to do anything else.
Right behind him.
Okay, and
Yeah, I want to go too.
so it opens onto a large dining room. Pretty typical for Victorian palace sort of architecture, and it's very nice. Everything's gilded, chandeliers, all that sort of thing. Ceiling's much lower here, and it's like this place had a food fight. Like it is a very large, well-appointed table with golden candlesticks and plates and just all kinds of like food, food, a feast, cake, all sorts of things. Except it's all over the floor. And loping out of from under the table to nibble on a hot dog or a sausage is a really large. Well, you three see a sausage sort of falling off the plate and being eaten by something that you can't see. Yoshida, you see the dog. A very large Great Dane, standing maybe 3 foot at the shoulder and it's eating a sausage off of the plate. You all can make a sanity check because this sausage just, there's something there and you can't see it.
I make it.
All right. If you made it, it's 0. If you don't, it's 1.
Oh, it's the dog you guys heard earlier.
Yeah. So she sort of snarfs down that thing and then kind of like walks over in the corner and takes a poop.
Okay.
In this fine dining hall.
Can we see the poop?
Well, that's
Yes.
not okay.
Yes, we see
Sort of
the
a spiral of poop emerging from nowhere in the corner of this dining hall. Like right at it's like nice swag curtains, you know?
All right, well.
Yeah, he's large, gray, long-haired mastiff.
I look around for something that's, looks like a dog might enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, there's sort of a leftover roast beef slice, like
Perfect. I'll like pick it up and toss it over there.
Well, he'll like kind of look at it and look at you, and look at it,
Go.
and
Go
he
ahead.
eats it,
All right.
and then he pads over to you.
All right.
Like he's like long-haired mastiff, like probably 3 feet at the shoulder, pretty big dog.
Wow.
Definitely
Hey,
big enough to make the noises that you guys
buddy.
heard before.
Yeah.
And we just see Yoshida like pantomiming,
All right,
reacting to a dog.
You pet him.
Well, I put my hand out first.
Oh, he sniffs it. Yeah, totally sniffs it. He's like, like
Okay, and then just sort of pat him on the shoulder. It's a complete misnomer that you pat dogs on the head right away.
Oh, sure.
It's a good way to lose your hand.
That's a good way to lose your hand. In this case, this dog is super relaxed. He sits down, wagging his tail, thump, thump, thump. You guys hear the thump, thump, thump. And you see Yoshida's hand, like, physically being deformed as it like, it touches something. It's
And then I'll
really
look for another
weird.
piece of, roast beef and, toss it over there.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I grab another little slice of roast beef and toss it at its feet.
Oh yeah, he'll snarf it right out of the air.
Yeah. Okay.
And you guys see the roast beef disappear out of the air.
And you had mentioned it's the
He's
dog,
hungry.
right? Like you mentioned that to us.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's the dog you guys heard.
Okay.
Am I the only one not seeing this dog?
No, I also don't see this dog.
I don't see it either.
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. What?
How do you not see the dog? It's like a huge, like a mastiff, like dog, big, furry, like
No.
black, brown, mottled.
Saw the shit though.
What?
Saw it fitting.
Did take a big poop.
Ouch. Okay. Wait. What do you see here? Like I just threw it a slice of meat, and what did you see?
Well, I saw you throw a slice of meat.
And did it just like hit the floor? Am I like
No, it disappeared.
delusional here?
Yeah.
What? It disappeared. So you see nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing there. It's just empty space.
And your arm disappeared for a minute. Did you?
Well, I patted it on the shoulder.
His arm didn't disappear. It just like looked like his hand was touching something.
Oh, I thought it was like all warped or something. Okay.
No.
Well, it's going through fur, right, which you can't see, so it's sort of like semi disappears and semi not. Yeah, I'll look again, pat him on the shoulder again, and look.
Okay,
over
so
like that.
you apparently have an imaginary dog.
That is
No.
shitting and eating real food.
It was pretty easy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not very imaginary.
But it's more invisible than imaginary. Really.
Oh,
Okay,
Okay.
invisible then.
invisible.
Why can
dog.
Agent May see it and why can't we? I mean, we know you're the boss man, so there's that. But like, what about it?
Well, I mean, since we're in Crazy Town here, remember, like, it seems like a very long time ago now. You guys heard the dog upstairs.
Yeah.
And when you went up, I said, "Hey, keep an eye out for that dog."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
I heard it on the tape too.
Yeah, right. So in my mind, there's always been a dog. So. I mean,
do you think it could help us find Abigail?
I mean, I'm not really.
Do we have a picture of Abigail?
I was thinking more like scent and tracking.
Max.
I don't know.
Do you have the picture of Abigail?
Yeah, I have a picture of Abigail, but I'm thinking more of like the scent of her and tracking, like dog smell.
Well, we're in Crazy Town, so why don't we show the dog the picture of Abigail?
You want me to show the invisible dog the picture of Abigail?
Yes.
I could show.
Sure.
I could show it.
I'm down. Yeah, let's do this. I'll take the picture out.
Okay, don't.
Is it looking at the picture?
That's not okay.
It's okay. You see that it is thinking that you're holding out food to it, and it sniffs. So Yoshida, you see the picture, or you see it sniff the picture, and
it's sniffing at it. It probably thinks you're trying to feed it something. So I would get your hand out of the way.
It stops thumping its tail. It's
Okay.
disappointed.
Yeah.
Disappointed doggo.
Yeah, It's nothing it can eat, so it doesn't really seem to care. I look around, I grab another hot dog off of the table and toss it over.
Ow! Yeah, absolutely. It'll just eat it right out of the. Yeah, I'm not gonna miss that. Tail post.
Okay, well,
then its ears perk up and swivel around, and it turns around and like.
Here's something. Hold on.
Yeah, just runs like pads. Not runs. It just pads like out of the room, basically down to the other end of the room, where there's another set of couple doors.
Okay, I trot after it. It's
like,
going this way.
It's like scratching.
Maybe it recognized the picture. Sure. Let's go.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. You open up the door, and there is a. It looks like a bar. It's like a nice bar, big wooden lined bar, and then like a drawing room, like a gentleman's club, kind of lots of couches, like probably 5 or 6 couches. It's a decently big room. Books all on the walls, but different. They're different. It's different decor. Like definitely seems older than the Victorian stuff. This is definitely. I'm sorry. The most of it was Edwardian. This is more Victorian. So you're seeing more, even little bits of Rococo and stuff in the different decor, statuary, different furniture, tables, and that sort of thing. But more importantly, behind the bar, there's a guy chomping a cigar, and he goes, "Oh, what? That's the dog! Ha! I wonder where you went to, boy." And he looks around and grabs there's a little glass sort of globe with little bone dog treats in it, and he tosses one, and the dog immediately catches it out of the air and then starts chewing on it.
Okay. I turn around and do you see
there's
him?
a fire, like a nice fire. Yeah.
Do you guys see him?
Do we see him?
Yeah, so this guy, let me show you what he looks like. He looks like a kind of a large rotund guy, balding. He is just looks happy as a clam with a lit cigar and a glass of scotch, and he's looking at you guys saying, "Well, I don't know you. Who are you all? Good to see you. How you doing?"
Yeah. So Darren walks straight up to this guy, pulls out his gun, grabs him across the bar, and yells, "Where the fuck is Abigail?"
She's upstairs with the fucking the encyclopedia guy. Whoa, hey, cool down, cool your jets. What's going on? Listen, what's your name?
Why don't you take us upstairs to Abigail?
Okay. I can try, I guess. You know, I mean, I've never been that far up. I know that she moved up there with him a little while ago. But I don't. Maybe you want to talk to the superintendent.
He can
get anywhere. You know, I just like to hang out and party. Hey, you want a drink? I'll make you a drink. And he like tries to pull away as he reaches like down for a.
So I'm like, I've got him, you know, and my gun's out, and I'm looking back to these guys like, does he not understand how serious we are?
Okay, you're very serious people. Listen, I'm very serious, but I'm serious about Fuller Brush sales. All right, I've gone door to door for years. I'm the best salesman you ever meet, and let me tell you, the Fuller Brush is gonna do everything for you need to do, from your hair, or your kid's hair, for your wife's hair.
So I'm gonna
get the Fuller Brush.
Pistol whip him in the mouth
and clean anything you want.
I'm gonna like pistol whip him in the mouth and say, "Shut up!"
Oh, God, why you gotta do that? Oh, that's gotta. Ow! Here, let me. Gulp. Swishes it around. Stings. That was not a good idea.
All right,
listen, I don't know what your problem is, but
my problem is I want to know where Abigail is.
Well, I told you where she is. It's 6th floor up there with the encyclopedia guy.
And why can't you go up there?
You get lost when you're wandering around here, you know? Listen, I bet if you could find your bottle, you could probably get up there.
Find your bottle? What does that mean?
Yeah, what do you mean, your bottle?
Oh, well, you don't know about this place.
Why don't you tell us?
I'm beginning to lose my patience.
I'm from out of town.
Out of town. I mean, a lot of people come through here. They're all from out of town, I guess you could say. Yeah, I mean, I missed. I've been here for I don't even know how long.
What do we call you?
I'm Rourke. You can call
Rourke.
me. Yeah, Mark Rourke.
Uh-huh.
I said full of brushes. That's what I'm in.
That's you're not in bartending?
Well, you know, when needs must. Am I right? What do you want to drink?
Yeah.
What's this thing about finding
Moscow
your bottle?
Mule.
Oh yeah, you. Hey, I haven't seen you for a while. What was the name? Yoshida, right? Yeah. That was crazy. Wow. That was crazy times we had, right?
You know him?
Oh yeah, here, let me get you. He gets the bottle of.
I'll look at Yoshida, and I'm like, you know this guy?
Yeah, don't you remember? It was amazing. Oh, what a time! Oh,
no,
G-Men.
No.
Oh my God, getting out of the booby hatch. We had, and then we found the tunnels, right? And we thought we were gonna find our bottle. Oh, it was amazing. Yeah, we almost.
Wait,
I didn't know I'd ever see you again.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, after you found your bottle, you changed, man. You changed.
Why does he call you Yoshida? Is that your name?
We're not supposed to talk about these sorts of things, Matt.
Do you know him or not?
No.
Yeah, I know you guys. It's that was a thing, right?
So what was the look when he said Yoshida? What was the look on Yoshida's face like?
Shock.
Complete shock. Complete like his eyes went wide. Yeah, I mean, Max is pretty observant. He probably sees his grip on the Tomahawk Titan slightly.
So
no, it's. But listen, man. If you can get, like, I couldn't find my bottle. You found yours, but we gotta get. Do you know how to get back to the Whisper? I've been looking around. The Whisper Labyrinth, right? That's where we find him. The bottle.
Find whisper. Okay. And Yoshida sets down like the tomahawk and the shotgun on the bar, and pulls out his notebook. Right. It says, "Okay, whisper lounge."
No, man. What?
You say you find a bottle there?
You're fucking imposters. God damn it. Pours himself another drink.
Mark, who is Thomas?
Who?
Thomas.
I don't know. Who's Thomas? Why am I even talking to you? I thought.
Do you know Michelle?
Yoshida, really? You don't remember?
No.
Hey, how did you know this?
Michelle?
I don't know.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Of course, yeah. They're from downstairs. How they doing?
Michelle's been better.
I mean, Michelle's a total bitch, but whatever. She's you know, it's nice to have company no matter who it is.
And Thomas, you know him too, then?
Oh yeah. He likes to play with the dog.
Yeah. Okay.
The dog is now like snoozing in front of the
Fire.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, that Yoshida sees that anyway.
Okay. Listen, Rourke, explain this bottle thing to me. Like, you know, because I'm not
going to tell you nothing. You're not Yoshida. I mean, you're an imposter. Like, just the rest of you. I'll pour you a drink, but after that, I'm out of here.
What do you mean we're imposters? What?
Isn't it obvious?
No, not at all.
No.
I mean,
He picks up his drink and starts to walk out.
I'm gonna grab him up by the scruff, and I'm like, look.
Yeah, hey, why do you gotta get so physical?
Because you're not answering our questions.
I don't know anything, man. I know brushes.
You also know what the bottle is, and
where this whisper lounge is, and how to get upstairs,
and how to get to Abigail.
I don't know how to get upstairs, but you know what? Listen, I know somebody who can tell you everything you want to know, and you can leave me in peace. I just take you to the superintendent, and he can help you out.
We talked to the owner of the building. She didn't know anything about Abigail.
She? You didn't talk to the owner. Man, I wish somebody was here. I could get that joke.
Yeah, I look at him like not laughing at all.
Yeah, he's just not laughing.
Yeah.
I mean, Max, if there's somebody who can get us where we want to go, you could talk to him.
Mark, why don't you take us to the superintendent?
Okay. All right. It's just down over here, and he takes you like there's another couple of corridors leading out of this room, you get to basically a door right down the corridor. It's pretty close, and it looks like a door to an apartment. Very much like the ones down in the ground floor, first floor, and the just a moment. It says night manager, not superintendent. And Rourke knocks on the door, and you hear a voice says, "What is it? Just a second, I'll be right there." And he says, "Well, he's kind of an old guy, so you gotta give him some time." Come on, man! I got some people here that want to talk to you. And the door opens, and you see a very old man who looks like this. I don't know, a minute. He kind of looks. He's got big glasses, thick black framed glasses. But he's balding, like wrinkles, mustache, all white hair and mustache. He's wearing kind of a comfortable sweater with a turtleneck and a sort of light house coat. And let me do this. just a little bit here. Okay. Sorry, just a moment. So, he kind of looks at you through these Coke bottle glasses, and says, okay, what is it? You don't look like residents.
No, we're not. We're looking for a tenant here.
Looking for a tenant, eh? All right. Well, you look like you think you're pretty important, so I guess I'll talk to you. I'm Castaigne. You want to go have a drink? You want to come into the apartment?
We can go inside.
All right, Rourke. We'll see you later. He's already like yeah. Have fun. Let me know if you need any brushes. And this old man sort of shuffles in. He has kind of a limp, definitely the result of a debilitating illness or stroke. He's kind of like a short, like sick Einstein. You notice his clothing though is simple but exquisite. Like the fabrics are all silk, and like the more you look at it, the more amazing it is. And he's sort of shuffling ahead of you into the apartment, and the apartment is filled wall to wall with hoarder style yellowed newspaper and magazines. And so he kind of walks into a bit of a maze, but there's a clearing in the maze that is sort of a velvet couch. And all right, what is it I can help you with? And he like plops down into the couch. And there's like an ottoman. There's another fire burning in a stove. Sort of heating the room, and he's in front of him. He's got like a photo book that apparently he was leafing through.
We're looking for Abigail. Abigail, right?
Abigail. Yes, she moved upstairs. She was downstairs for a while, but now she's upstairs. Yeah, well, good girl.
She's disappeared, and people are looking for her, her father in particular, and he would like her to come home.
Okay. Well, I think she's her own woman, and even though I don't personally approve of that encyclopedia salesman, they've decided they're in love. So they moved upstairs.
Well, maybe she doesn't know that her father or other people are looking for her. So we'd like to deliver the message and see if she'd like to come back with us. That okay with you?
Knock yourself out. Yeah. I'm all for family.
Well, Mr. Rourke
family's the most important thing.
Mr. Rourke seemed to think there would be some difficulty with us getting up to where she is, and thought you might be able to explain why that is.
Well, or show us how to get upstairs.
I see. Well, it's pretty simple. You find stairs and you walk up them. That's a little joke.
Very amusing.
Yeah. You're the supervisor of this building is he's kind of an odd guy, kind of a strange guy.
I assure you, we have the blessing of the owner of the building. She's given us full autonomy to be able to track down Miss Wright.
I don't think you know who owns this building.
Yeah, it's
who does own this building then?
Well, it's hard to say. Have you ever read a play called The King in Yellow?
No.
No.
Oh, that's your problem. Yeah, you might find a library outside. I would read that, and then you'll understand a little bit better.
I don't think we have time to read a play, Mr. Was it Castaigne?
Yeah.
Okay.
How
about
you have a lot of time on your hands now?
How about you just show us how to get up to Abigail? If there's like a password or somebody needs to get us up there, maybe you could take us.
Well, this one can probably get you there, and he points at Agent May. Yeah.
Why? Why do you say that?
This place is it changes depending on how you want to think about things.
Do you know him?
Do I know him?
Yes.
In a manner of speaking.
So he's been here before. And I'm not looking super suspicious at Yoshida. I'm like, he's been here before.
How do you know me? I don't know you.
Well, listen, I don't like to talk about this, but I'm kind of a big deal. I'm in fact he grabs a newspaper and he kind of shows it up, and it has a picture of him, and it says that Chastain, the Russo-Germanic pact crumbles, Vienna liberated, Chastain becomes Emperor of America. And the date on a piece, he kind of throws it out on the thing. You guys can see it. And it's just a super real looking like newspaper from 1923. Yeah. So now you know who I am. And this one over here, I mean, he's a little mixed. But yeah, he's part of the family.
I'll look down at the paper and kind of read through it, and then I'll look over to Yoshida and I'm like, oh, okay, I understand. Well, I'm glad you guys...
Do you, Max? Can you explain this?
Sure. Obviously, the Emperor here had, members of his... Maybe you were part of his retinue or something like that. Is that how you knew him, Mr. Chastain?
Well, I really appreciated the way that he sided against my sister's ridiculous claim on the imperial crown.
Right.
Ridiculous.
Wait. They made a claim on the crown?
Oh no, my sister Hildred.
Yes,
obviously, her line is not worthy of being the imperial majesty of America.
Sure.
That's ridiculous. Only I am the emperor.
Okay.
So can I roll?
This is old man. He's like, he believes this. Like, you can do a human if you'd like, but I'll take it.
I was trying to see if he's actually full on believing this, or if he seems like he's being deceitful in any way. But I mean, I guess you kind of answer that.
Yes.
Okay.
And I mean, it's no one speaks Tartessian anymore. It's not the country. It's not the old country, Carcosa. Yes, that's the fine place where we all came from.
Okay.
Torn by war, and of course, our line was destined to rule America.
So, Emperor Chastain, you seem to think that somebody who is loyal to you might be able to get up to where Abigail is?
I suppose it really is. Do you ever think that the things that you imagine are more real than the things you can touch?
I'll have to think on that.
So if we imagine a staircase will pop up.
I think that that's optimistic for you. But you might meet someone you know, or have a coincidence that proves how fated you are to meet whatever it is that you're looking for.
What if Agent May imagines a staircase?
Yes, well, I imagine that might be more effective. But that's my imagination. The imagination of the Emperor of America.
Right.
Okay. All right. So he can't really tell us how to get upstairs. He doesn't
Didn't I
know
just tell
much
you?
for an emperor.
Imagine yourself, May, going upstairs. It's obvious, right?
An emperor
kind of rolls his eyes.
Sure. Yeah. Let's do that. All right. Well, wow. I'm not sure how I address you.
You can call me Your Grace.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, Your Grace. I think
Of
we'll
course.
be heading upstairs now.
Of course.
Before we head out, Your Grace, is there anything you can tell us about the encyclopedia salesman? You said you don't approve of him.
No.
And we don't know very much about him. If you could shed some light on the matter, maybe?
He's a salesman, I suppose, like Rourke, but he just thinks he knows everything, and it's frankly inexcusable. He knows nothing. He wants to lecture me about the Lake of Holly and the history of Carcosa, who should have won the war, who is the proper line of the Emperor's progeny. Ha! And lecture me on that. What a bastard. This is a crazy old man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well then, we won't.
Oh, would you like any? We have some fine desserts from the home country here. He opens a box and it's got like a little Turkish delight. Spots
Does
of
it look
peanut.
good?
Yeah, looks really good. Yeah, it's all dusted with sugar. And powdered
Good.
I am curious what food and drink in Crazy Town tastes like. I'm gonna try one.
Okay. You pop it in your mouth, and in the center of it, there's like it sort of crunches. You swallow it, and you could swear that there's like a little something like it's more of a crunchy than you would expect from a Turkish delight jelly, and yeah. So an odd sensation as you eat it, and so yeah, you it's really delicious, sweet and chewy, and taste of apricots.
Right?
I'm good, guys. I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your Grace, we will take our leave.
Oh well, that's wonderful. So yes, well, enjoy yourselves in the night floors. They're here for you. All right, and you guys leave his apartment. Old man
Door closed.
sitting down, looks back at his photos, and you hear, "Oh, that's young James. That's and I remember the fine family of the Morgans." Yeah, he's basically like just going
Reminiscing.
Look,
Yeah.
yes, so yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so actually, Min, you can make a SAN check.
Oh, I do not make that. Mm-mm.
Okay, didn't make it. You don't lose any sand. You just you kind of cough up. Something's stuck in your throat, and you sort of go and cough it up, and it's like a golden insect wing, like from a beetle.
That's weird.
You okay there?
Yeah. There's just that dessert was, I don't know, strange. It had like gold flakes, like Goldschlager or something. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know, but
gold flakes.
I can't believe you ate anything out of that guy's place.
I don't know why.
You have to eat fairy food.
What's that?
Can you hear me?
You're kind of jumping in and out. Your image is kind of jumping in and out.
Alrighty. So you're back out in the bar and lounge. Rourke is not there anymore. Dog is also gone. However, you do see an exit that looks like it has stairs going down. But there are a couple other. There's a corridor you came from, or the hallway you came from, and a third hallway. One leads to the Chastain's apartment, and then another one sort of leads on, and looks like it's just rows of apartment doors, like a hotel.
I mean, at this point, I'm ready to just start banging on doors and, questioning. I mean, we're federal agents. We can still question people.
Yeah, we just need some stairs up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you want to split up and look for them, and then if we find them, we yell to the rest of them and bring everybody over?
I don't think we should be splitting up.
I think that's a terrible idea. It's like
considering you walked through 15 or 20 parlors max, I think probably. Yeah,
but this place seems a little more stable.
Look, I shudder to think what would happen if one of those doors had closed behind you.
Like I always think, we should follow Agent May. Agent May can see the invisible dog. Other dudes seem to think that Agent May can manifest staircases.
Apparently I can manifest staircases. Apparently I've been here before. Apparently
so
everybody knows me.
Yeah, that's my question is, have you been here before? And I'm like looking at you for any sign of deception.
No. I mean,
You've never met Abigail before?
I've never been to New York before. Like this is my first trip to the East Coast. So
I don't think that the old man knows you. I think he just warped you into his fantasy. But that other guy does seem to know you.
Well, I don't know. I mean, and then he thought we were fakes somehow. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Well, maybe we go look for the stairs then.
Okay. Well, stairs up are usually near stairs down.
Okay. If you go to the stairs and you see that they lead down to the foyer on the second floor of the Macallaster building.
The foyer on the second floor.
So
you mean the first floor, or the second floor, the real second?
So you seem to be on the roof, but you're not on the roof.
Okay. So yeah,
you can make a sand check.
Everyone.
Yeah, we're all there, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And the other thing is, you never went up or downstairs. No. Okay, so that'll be 4 for you, Miss Frost. Stefanski, 3,
okay.
and 1 for Agent Mia and Agent May.
Can I push some of this off right now?
Yes, you can.
Awesome. So I burn 1 willpower.
Yes.
Okay. And then roll a d4.
That's right. And that's the amount that you get to you
Put
burn
onto my
off
bond.
of your bond, and you don't lose that sand.
Cool. So I need 3. Oops.
Okay. So
So a fully stocked
Okay.
bar,
well,
plenty of ice.
weirdly, that makes sense. I mean, according to the map, we're on the night. Wait a second. Like, I dig around through my pockets. Do I have the paper map?
Yeah, you have it.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Let's. All right. I pull out the paper map and I hold it up. I'm looking at it, and all right, it says night floors. Okay. This says Mr. Castaigne to the right, the parlor. Let's see. Down. What's this? What's this in the middle? Dead guy in mask. That doesn't bode well. The parlor. Oh, I would guess that's Mr. Rourke's spot.
This definitely seems like a parlor.
It seemed like a parlor for sure. I don't know. We need stairs up, and these are stairs down. I know. And beyond this, there's just apartment doors, right?
Yeah, down basically to the. You came from back that way. There's a bar. There's another little corridor that leads to Chastain's apartment. If you go straight through the place, you see a corridor with a bunch of doors, and then sort of around the corner or next to the fireplace, there's an archway that goes into the stairs down.
Rourke said that to get up there, you had to find your bottle.
Yeah, and then he said something about a whisper lounge, right? Did any of you catch that? What he said?
Whisper labyrinth.
Whisper labyrinth.
Whisper labyrinth.
No, I didn't hear that part.
I didn't either.
Huh. Well, let's see if we can find the whisper labyrinth. It's probably behind one of these doors. I'm just going to walk to the nearest door and try and open it.
Okay. Yeah, sure. So you open it up, and it opens onto a sorry. It opens onto a small room, and the room has only a single black and white. They have it's basically covered sort of from 3 feet up with black and white photographs. It's just a small room that's maybe 10 feet by 10 feet. So there are quite a few hundreds of photographs on the walls.
Okay.
What are they of?
You take a look closely at them, and they portray an odd array of people, all dressed in 30s kind of suits and dresses, and they are like staring into the camera, just blank. And they're all holding odd-shaped bottles of various designs. Some of them are tall bottles, some of them are short shot bottles, some of them are almost genie-like bottles, some of them are like all different kinds. And on the lip of each photograph, there is a name of presumably the person there. And you can all make a search check.
We got an 11.
I got 11 too.
Oh, whoa. Oh, man. All righty.
I see your 11 and raise you a 93.
Okay.
I'm staying by the door.
Wow. Staying by the door.
Yeah.
This is just like odd, that's like sort of, they're nicely lit. I mean, it's like this is a little art gallery, but it's only a single room. And you see various names on the on these different photographs. You see one named A. Derabandi, another named E. Losette, another J. Lins, E. Mosby, D. Carver, G. Topchick, H. Lundeen, lots of others. Like there's hundreds there. And then you two sort of simultaneously, sort of down in the corner, see a photograph with it's just a bottle. There's no person. And it's like a single dark bottle sitting on the floor. And the name on the frame says Yoshida.
Hey, Yoshida.
Yep. What do you see in here?
Look at what we found over here.
The fact that Daniel called your name out and you answered to it just gave you away.
Max, you are sharp.
Yes, as sharp as a tack.
Three
push
people ago.
All right.
Now I know why you're part of the team.
Mm-hmm. Pay me the big bucks.
So do you bend down and look at this photo, Yoshida? I mean, Agent May.
Yeah, I'll come in the room and have a look.
Yeah, it's your name that's right. That's for sure. And there's a bottle there, sort of a dark bottle, pretty standard looking wine bottle.
It's a photo of it.
Standing on some ground, like dirt. And yeah, just hanging on the wall.
Well, do you want to take your bottle, Yoshida?
I'm not sure that I do.
Well, it should take us upstairs.
I don't want to end up in one of these photos.
Well, look. So far, what we've been looking for is some way upstairs. And as much as I don't like that guy, he said that finding your bottle is the way to do it. So I don't know if finding the picture of your bottle is going to count, but at least you know at least it knows what you look like, or at least we know what your bottle looks like. Maybe it's back in the parlor with all the other booze.
There we go. Okay, let's head back there and see if we can find this bottle there. Yeah, I don't really want to pick that up.
Okay.
The picture or the bottle?
The picture.
I'll grab the picture.
Okay.
Can I take it off the wall?
Yeah, you take it right off the wall. And you hear in your ear a near silent voice say, "It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God." You can roll a sand check, Darren.
Yeah. I did not make that.
All right, that'll be 1 sand.
I think John took more sand than.
Yeah. It's like, it's like, you're like, yeah. You do have a photo of a bottle with Yoshida's name on the photo.
And Daniel's noticing that he's freaking out a little bit as soon as you touch the picture.
Yeah, definitely goosebumps. Just
like a little shudder.
And he leans over and he asks Max, "So, any supernatural thing you want to share with us? Because I know you were a non-believer, but maybe you're changing your tune now."
I don't know what I believe now. All I'm interested in is finding the girl. So whatever I have to believe to get that done, that's fine.
All right, let's go.
Okay. So you walk out, so you sort of turn around and things are very different looking.
Oh no.
Like the way that should go back to the parlor, I guess, is a door, and there was not a door there. You did not walk through a door. It was a hallway, and the hallway sort of continues down the other way as well, all lined with doors. And there's the sound of, well, not to put too fine a point on it, vigorous lovemaking, like thump, 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 thump of a bed, like a bed on a wall. Cries of and grunts. Whoever's doing it's loud. Definitely coming from down the way.
Down the hallway, like where we were, or
no, the other way.
Further down the hallway.
Yeah.
Okay.
And are the stairs down still there?
No, those were in the lounge. Those are in the parlor.
They're in the parlor.
You don't see the bar or the parlor or anything like that. There's just a door, like at the end of the hall.
Okay, well, that's too much for that plan. Ideas, folks? Anyone?
They are really going at it. Thumpa, 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 thumpa.
Where?
If you walk a little bit, it gets louder. It's probably coming from one of the rooms.
Do you want to ask him how to get back?
Yeah, let's go talk to the lovebirds.
I'm sure they won't mind a little break.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right. Pretty easy to track it down. You get to the door, and right as you put your hand on it to open it up or knock or whatever, there's a big climax, and then that goes then just silence.
Knock, knock, knock.
Nope, no answer.
Can we hear anything at all anymore, or it's just totally silent?
Yep, nothing from inside the room. I mean, It was super noisy. It was very people were right there, probably 3 feet from the door.
Come on, Max, try the old, FBI open up kind of thing. Do your thing.
Does the door actually open?
You try it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it opens right up.
Okay, so I'll say, federal agents we need to talk with you, and I'll open up the door.
Okay.
Hello, we're coming in.
Okay, you open it up, and it's a sort of hotel room, bed, and bath right off the side, no window, but the bed is covered in blood and shards of some kind of reflective metal, and bedspread's thrown to the floor. There's a valise, almost one of those doctor ones, and it's open, and it is also like sort of been splashed with blood, and it has money, like cash, like bills, like stuffed into it, also covered in blood. And then as you go in, the wall that's the door is on has the words "Where is my bottle?" written in all caps in some kind of black gooey substance. Everyone roll a sand check.
Yeah. Oh, that one I made.
Yeah, if you make it, no, this is from violence. If you don't make it, you'll take 1.
Oh, should we be marking off for hardened?
Yes, for these, go ahead. And then 1 for Mia, 1 for May, 2 for you.
So I'm sorry, we're marking off for violence if we failed?
Yes. You can notch violence if you fail.
Okay.
Oh. Okay. Not marking down.
What's that?
We're not marking down sanity points, and we're knocking down violence.
You're keeping track of sanity points, but it's sand loss from violence. So, the more sanity you lose from violence, if you fail a sand check for violence, you get to notch one of the sanity like boxes there, and if you have all 3, you don't lose sanity from violence anymore because you're a hardened, psychotic, damaged person.
I'm well on my way to becoming at this point.
It's been a rough few hours. Okay, so you are now in the in what looks like a hotel room where a murder happened, but you just like literally seconds ago you heard people like fucking on this bed. And you do find a what looks like an old-fashioned heroin cook kit on the table next to the bed.
Is there drugs in it?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
That could come in handy.
Definitely. Absolutely. Yeah. Syringe, cook kit for heroin on the side table with some sachets of heroin.
Great.
And then, you walk around, search the room.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, just as well.
You want rolls or you want?
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stay in the doorway.
Yeah.
Keep the door open. And keep an eye on this bloody hallway.
Are we rolling?
Roll search?
Yeah.
Okay.
Roll search.
Nope.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. How about you? No. Okay, so you are sort of you're just kind of looking around. Like it's pretty distracting seeing like a lot of money, like thick stacks of bills in that valise, covered in blood on the top of it, unfortunately. But also they are 1933 D series bills. They don't look that old. And then you stumble on 2 shotguns that are basically like all tangled in the bedspread that's been thrown to the floor. These look like they're breech loader two two-shot hunting.
They're like double barrel shotguns.
Yep. Min, you find those. Other than that, like this metal is like sort of there's shards of it. It's like there was you're not even sure what this metal is that's mixed in with the blood, but it's definitely something shattered here, and it's kind of hard to tell what it might have been.
Does the valise remind me at all of the one I saw kind of out of the corner of my eye, with the person running?
No, that the one that the person running was more boxy. It was like more of an actual
suitcase or briefcase.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What do you do?
Well, obviously everyone saw me find the guns and whatnot and the money. These look extremely new, but they're 1933. I'll hold one out.
Worth a fortune to a collector. Worth a fortune to a collector.
Sneak one into my bag.
I'm definitely taking the heroin.
Definitely. By taking, you mean possessing?
I'll wrap it up in the cook kit. Yeah, because it's got like a little zip pouch and whatever, right? Yeah, so.
I'll totally take some of the bills. I have no problem taking some.
Sure. You kind of like get the ones off the top. There's probably $150,000 of bills in here. I mean, if you get rid of the ones that are covered in blood, maybe $100K.
This is really strange.
Is there room in the duffel bag full of guns that I have?
Sure.
If I do,
you're carrying. I think the only gun in there is the rifle, so there's plenty of room.
If I do a criminology roll, is there anything I can determine about the blood and the metal?
The forensics might help.
Forensics?
Yeah.
That's really weird. Okay, I have no forensics. So no.
Really?
Yeah, I think this was a pre-gen.
Right.
But like I tweaked within the rules of the.
Oh, no worries.
System.
If only you knew like a forensic pathologist.
What's that?
Who would come in the room?
If only you knew like a forensic pathologist.
Oh yeah.
I'll go stand guard if you want to, switch spots.
Definitely weird.
Okay.
You can't. I mean, you can't tell. Like, is this tar? It doesn't smell like tar. That's where these words written on the wall. It's like a black, gooey substance that is slowly dripping, and then and then again, like, blood. It says blood, but you don't know what this shard. Like, I guess it could have been maybe a graduated cylinder or some kind of chemistry thing that was chromed or silvered for some reason. Shattered on the bed, pieces of it.
Min, what do you need me to look at?
I don't know, like these blood splatters and this metal. It looks like a crime scene, except there's nothing here. Can you guess what might have happened?
There's that big phrase, "Where's my bottle?" written on the wall.
Right.
Oh yeah, and where's my bottle? Obviously.
All right. I'll give it a look over with my.
Okay.
With all my braggadocio, I make it by one.
Nice. Well, that's good. So you take a look at the bed. It's like obviously someone was just gutted here. The shards of whatever it is, you don't know. It doesn't make the glass is silvered or chromed. Sorry, on one side of it.
It's glass, like a mirror.
Maybe a mirror, and then the stuff that is on the wall that the writing is in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's like a gooey gel. It's Icarus. It smells.
What's it smell like?
Like almost like licorice.
Okay.
But it really doesn't add up. Like you can't identify what it is or where it might came from.
Yeah. Sorry, Min, not a clue. I mean, it looks like in the bed somebody landed on top of a mirror and that sliced them up pretty good. But I mean, there's more blood here than that even.
None of this makes any sense.
And I don't think it's getting us any closer to Abigail.
No.
Let's keep looking for people.
Yeah, we need these stairs. Yeah, we gotta find them.
Okay. So you can make a sand check as you go out into the hallway. Sorry, Agent Yoshida.
Okay. Yeah, easily.
Okay.
Make it.
So you sort of like walk out and take a look down the hall, and there's definitely a stairwell there going up.
There it is.
I was standing in the hallway, kind of looking, whatever, just standing guard and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
When he comes out, the stairway's there. I look over and I see the same stairway.
Yeah, there was certainly no stairway there before. But you just blinked or glanced away. There it is.
Well, then, okay.
Okay. Are we ready?
Ready as ever.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. I shoulder the shotgun and
Okay, as you walk down towards
the tomahawk and
right, you're loaded for bear. So you sort of you walk down and it's a little far, kind of, maybe 300 feet down there, and in between, like, you see a door open, and it's maybe 20 meters away, and a set of arms and long johns like reaches out and places a box on the hallway floor, and then the door shuts. And you can pretty clearly see that the arms are African-American man, burn scars, very clear on the wrists and up here. It's really odd. And even weirder, when the doors open, you hear like distant applause erupt, as if from a huge theater down a long corridor. And then the sound just stops when the doors closed.
And now there's this box in the middle of the hallway.
Listen, do you see that?
I see it.
Yeah.
Yes, I see that.
It's a fair question. I mean, we didn't see the dog.
You never saw the dog, did you?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a box there about 20 meters away.
Well, let's go see if there's a bottle in it.
That would be convenient.
All right. So you it looks like a fairly aged box. It's got printing on the side of it that says D. Craig Corp. Limited, Kemper and Whitehorse Street, Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago, huh? Wait, did Kemper?
Kemper and White. Here, I'll put it in that. D. Craig Corp. Kemper and White House Street, Chicago, Illinois. And it's sort of like folded so that the top is, arranged, it keeps itself closed.
It doesn't happen to be the same street that the Bellfleur house is on, is it?
That's an interesting question. That was from what you remembered of the girl who wrote the book.
Yes, A World with No Doors. I'm sorry, A World Without Doors.
Did you? Are you mentioning this?
Yeah, I sort of say out loud, I wonder if that's the same address as, or the same street as the Bellefleur house.
Darren will ask, what's the Bellefleur house?
Oh, yeah, it's been kind of busy. So the book that von Fitz was reading,
Yeah.
is titled "A World Without Doors," and the woman who wrote it in the 1930s lived in this crazy house built by her relatives. She grew up in it, and it's called the Bellefleur House. It's in Chicago.
Who designed the house?
Was it her uncle, grandfather? Marty, remind me.
No, her family had it made or designed by someone named Asa.
That's right.
Asa Deribondi.
A. Deribondi?
Yeah.
That was one of the bottles.
His picture is in that room.
Yeah.
Yeah, he that one looked like he had like a pinstripe suit, 30s pinstripe suit, mustache, thin mustache, kind of a thick black hair. All those black and white. So, yeah.
Yeah. So
you guys can all make idea rolls. That's not a thing in this game. Just intelligence. Anyone? Sorry. No. Yes. Okay, so people who got it really. Oh yeah, it's kind of a weird thing to remember, but you saw so many of those horrible images from the artist with the kids being drowned by arms in a suit that had pinstripes exactly like that guy was wearing in that picture.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I don't like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to think about it, but not liking it.
okay.
Well, open it up.
Sure. I'll just grab the flaps and pull it open.
Okay.
Pull it open and sort of step back at the same time.
Oh, sure. Yeah, inside it's pretty anticlimactic. There's basically like a bunch of like silver fabric in it, sort of plastic silver fabric. And then mixed in with that, it looks like there's a book and some like sort of test tubes. A lot of them, like about 12, that have something like dry planty inside them.
Okay. I will reach in and pick up the book. What is this book? I'm all about the books suddenly.
Sure. So you take a look at the title. It seems to be it's leather bound, really sturdy. It looks like it says hygromantia on it. And
okay.
Looking inside, it has lots of illustrations of seals similar to the one in the book that you have about demons, except this is all written in Latin.
Oh,
And there's annotations.
what language is the annotations in? Also in Latin?
No, they're in English.
That's good.
Do you have forensics, right?
Oh, yes.
This seems like a very old book. Go ahead and is your forensics above 40?
Yes.
So this is definitely a book created in the 15th century. It is ancient.
Wow. Wow.
This may be one of the original source for the book that you have.
Okay.
And maybe even the origin of Ars Goetia, Grimorium Verum, Pseudo-Monarchia Daemonum, De Prestigiis Daemonorum, and others. But yes, it's all in Latin. And there are annotations.
Okay. Yoshida sort of like steps backward until his back bumps into the wall.
Yeah.
Kind of like flipping through this, and his eyes get very wide.
Yeah.
I
mean, you can't. I don't know if do you read Latin?
No.
Yeah. So but you recognize the seals, and then there are illustrations of the demons. Like woodcut illustrations.
Are you okay?
Min, remember the book that I bought?
Yeah, the one about dreams, right?
No. I bought. Oh yeah, we didn't talk about that one. No, I bought another one. I was trying to figure out what that symbol was, the gold symbol on the piece of paper, and so I had this book, Ars Goetica, and it had like symbology for demons in it. Nothing quite lined up, but I mean, there were some things that were similar, but nothing really. This looks like the source material.
Oh.
From a few hundred years ago, maybe.
Can I look at it? I mean, I'm just very curious right now. I'm not going to figure anything out from it, but
yeah, I mean, unless you read Latin, it's not gonna.
No.
I mean, there's some notes in here, but this thing is old.
So I'll start glancing through it. I have like a little bit occult. Would I be able to determine anything?
Oh, I mean, this is hell of a cult, that's for sure.
All right.
This might be the source of like the entirety of the occult tradition of, demon summoning. No. Yeah, it's hella occult.
It's a really old book.
Really old. Really old.
Do you want to take it with us or what?
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's something in here that can help us. I mean, I'm hoping. I mean, the reason I bought that original book was I'm hoping to find something that tells us what or who the encyclopedia salesman is.
So yeah, you take a look at the annotations. There's some very interesting like little bits that just pop out at you. Beneath Bottle Bin is a door. These are all written. Yeah. Let's see. Well, I'll just put them all in there just so you guys can read them. But Baal and Wild each. They don't seem to have a lot to do with like what the. Or maybe they do. Yeah, it's hard to make a connection.
Wait, Bottle Bin.
Yes. Ambrose and the child in the pavilion costumes. Boat down into the fog lake to the real city. Bottles contain secrets as individual as those marked upon them. All drawn in, closing in a dance like a loop, leading to the masquerade. It is all the play, I'm afraid.
So that guy that stabbed you, I think also either mentioned Brolibin or it was on one of his paintings.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Oh.
He may even be one of those people pictured with a bottle.
Well, it sounds like it's a place.
Yeah, it could be. It probably is.
Okay. And then the plastic sheeting proves to be a costume or a pullover. It's a silver plastic pullover that's kind of diaphanous. And then the other thing is in these little glass files, there's what looks like a seed pod of a plant that, it's not like a green bean. It's like a dried seed pod, but it's gold colored. Like it's been spray painted gold.
You said a seed pod?
Yeah, seed pod.
Interesting. You want to just keep it all in the box?
Bin the hotel?
What's that?
Hang on. I'm like starts going through his pockets
for stuff. Yeah, you do find a looks like it's a this map with saying something about the Whisper Labyrinth has seems to be put on Broadle Bin, or the paper is Broadle Bin, Hotel Broadle Bin letterhead.
Yeah. Yeah, we found it. This thing down in Abigail's room had like a diagram, basement, an elevator, and then like corridors to a room labeled JL Bottle.
JL.
I remember that.
I don't know. JL Bottle. I mean, someone's initials, JL. There's also a mark on it, or one of the corners of the corridor says WL next to it.
Yeah.
So there's a door down there. Okay. I mean, so we have a map to this door for whatever, whatever good that does us.
And X marks the spot for a bottle.
Or a bottle with JL if it's someone's initials. I don't know. I mean, have we met anybody with those initials?
Jay Linz.
Jay Linz. Who's Jay Linz?
One of the people in the picture.
Yeah.
Right next to it's WL. JL. There's something other than initials too. Unless there's two people, like a couple or siblings.
Alrighty, so yeah, that's what's in the box. Yeah, seems to have been placed there by someone from the door it's right in front of, and then further down there's a stairwell up.
Daniel grabs the box and shoves it into his backpack full of a gun and money.
Okay. You have to kind of crush it. I mean, it's a maybe 12 by 12.
Does Yoshida give up the book?
Well, I mean,
I was looking at it. Do you want to see it?
No, I'm just saying, like, you're the book guy. This one seems like it's.
I mean, I'm definitely going to ask
famous.
for it back when
Yeah.
you're done
Yeah, I wasn't
looking
trying
through
to
it.
keep it.
But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I obviously hand it back to you.
Okay. Yeah. So what do you do next?
Head up the
Keep
stairs.
go up the stairs, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was muted on,
you make your
I
way
was
up
muted
there.
on my end. So I'm going to hang on to the book. I'm going to put the shotgun in the back of the bag so that I can have the book in my hand
Okay.
You get the book and the tomahawk.
and the tomahawk. The important things.
Yep.
All right, great. And so yeah, you get your way up to the stairs, and right as you get to the foot of it, a guy in a blue overalls, just is standing up there staring at you, and he sees your FBI badge, and he goes, "Oh my God!" And he runs down and basically just grabs the nearest person. Are you with law enforcement? Can you help me? I've been trapped here forever. Help me! I want to get out. Can I get out? Please. He starts crying. Yeah. His breath he's obviously he's all beardy. He's got he hasn't bathed in what smells like weeks, and he looks like this. Please help me, please. He sinks to his knees, grabbing let's say Daniel. It's I don't know this place is.
Daniel shakes him off.
Okay, if I kick him
Not
off.
like being touched.
Who are you? I'm David. I'm David Langford. I was just trying to repair set up the cable TV, and I've been here for so long.
Calm down. Just calm down a minute. Start from the beginning. And I'll try to kind of psychotherapy him
Okay,
down.
do it. Roll it.
Where'd it go? Did I just lose? Oh no, there it is.
Oh, jeez. I've been here. It feels like 6 months. Yes. Okay. So you calm him down. What do you say to him?
Hey, just start at the beginning. We're here to help. We just got here. We want to help you. We want to get out of here too.
Thank
But you have to tell us what's happening.
Okay. So he stands up and he calms down a bit. And he says, I was going up to the roof to set up install cable for the place. For cable TV, like HBO. And it's I don't know. I stepped into that place. I've been trying to find it ever since. It was like a bar or something. Lots of couches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some guy sells Fuller brushes. What the who does that?
Right. I have no idea what that was, but we did meet him. How long have you been stuck here?
What year do you think
I've
it
been here
is?
for months. It's a prison. I need to. Please let me out of this place. Can you get me out of here? I just want to go home.
What was the date when you came here?
It was. What do you mean the date?
What was the date
I don't
of your
know.
appointment?
I guess it was. What, 94? December?
So around Christmas time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotta get out of here. How do we get out of here?
David, we're looking for somebody else who's trapped in here. Do you know Abigail?
No. I haven't met anyone.
Else?
I've just been like finding cake and drinking beer and shit. Like it's just been shitting in the rooms and just trying to find a way out. I haven't been able to get out.
Have you met anyone other than Rourke? Have you talked to anyone in here?
No, I haven't seen anyone. You're the first people I've seen in 6 months, I think.
Okay.
You don't know how to get out of here?
You just came down those stairs.
Yeah.
What's up there?
Just more rooms and corridors and bookshelves, and it's all like a crazy Victorian, like horror haunted maze house. It just never ends. I mean, I've been sleeping in hotel rooms, and I guess that's. But I haven't slept much.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
the person we're looking for is up there.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know how you're gonna find anybody in here. It's
well, we just came from the
crazy
parlor.
in here.
We just came from the bar, and
You found it?
that's where we came from.
Where is it? How do you get to it?
It's right down that hallway.
Are you sure? It looks like every other hallway.
Oh, we met them.
Max.
It's not that way?
It is where we came from.
It's through that door about that way down there?
No. It was through
not?
It was through an open doorway, Max. That's a door.
Well, it's going to be
things
still in
change.
that direction. It's
They
got to be in
change.
that direction.
They're always changing. You can
Yeah.
never. It's not the same. It's like a prison that changes. I can't get out.
All right, Max. You know this kind of activity. Do we? What's your name, guy? Was it Langford? Huh?
David Langford, yeah.
David.
Yeah, David, that's me.
Did we take
Yeah.
David with us?
I think that's an extraordinarily bad idea.
Man, what's your read on him?
Yeah, what kind of read do I get on him?
He is like just super panicked,
Freaked out.
Yeah, he's also just haggard and tired. Like he definitely has the look of someone who probably hasn't eaten any vegetables in 6 months.
But he seems genuine. He believes what he's saying, and he's not.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, thankful. He's actually probably relieved because you seem to be the first people that he's talked to in a long time.
We can't leave him here, Max. We can't.
You're all FBI. You got to get me out of here. Protect and serve. Come on.
I don't know what
Get out of here.
happens. Let's say we do get out of here.
That sounds like a future problem. I mean, we can't just leave him here.
Yeah, let's cross that bridge if we come to it.
Okay.
Mr. Langford, you're.
Can I talk to you guys over in the corner here real quick? Can we just talk?
We're going
for a
up
second?
to find our. Sure.
Just David, stand over there
David,
real.
just wait here. Don't get out of sight. Just stay where we can see you.
Okay. I'm just gonna
We
sit on
don't
the
get
stairs.
separated.
Okay. Am I the only one who remembers that people who seem one way end up stabbing us like the next second?
No, that's true. You're not wrong, but this guy looks like a victim like the rest of us, just kind of trapped here.
I'm just
like
the
you're
guy
not
that-
knowing what's going on. You know,
I'm just
you
saying
came to fix
the
the
guy
kingdom,
that
man.
the guy that was just a painter stabbed you. The lady who was
But they all live
just a
here.
book reader.
They all
Okay.
live here. This guy came here to fix the cable. I don't think he's involved.
I think it's a bad idea to think that you know how this place works. And especially for somebody who's been stuck in here for 6 months, who knows what it's done to them. I think he's a liability and does not add to what we're trying to do. At worst, he's going to see more than he's supposed to, and we might have to deal with him later on.
Then we deal with him later on. We can't.
I cannot, in good conscience, send him off through some door to who knows where.
Thank you.
Like, I'm not going to take care of him because I'm not in a position to do that. But if he wants to tag along, I'm not going to stop him.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would make you feel more comfortable, Max, if we tied his hands up?
No.
No.
Well, I think what would make me feel comfortable is sitting him somewhere that we can circle back to after we get all this over and done with.
It's not possible in here. Changes. Everything changes. Like those stairs right there weren't there 5 minutes ago.
I'm not the one who's been axed or stabbed, so if you guys are cool with assuming the risk, I'm cool with it too.
Max, you know how to pat someone down and see if they've got weapons? Can we at least cross that off the list? If he's, willing.
Yep. Okay. Hey, David.
Yeah. Are we getting out of here?
Yeah. You're going to come with us. We got a few things to do. Tell you what, man, come on over here. Just want to make sure you're doing okay.
Okay. He stands up.
And I'm just going to bodily frisk him what
are you doing?
Make sure he's not carrying anything. Just want to make sure you're safe and we're safe.
He's got nothing like no screwdriver or anything like that. He's got a wallet.
That's cool.
He's got
he can keep that.
He does have some keys.
This is by the way, while I get his wallet, I'll open it up and check his stories. He got like a workout badge or something in there?
No work badge, but he's got a
David Langford.
Yep.
Cool.
ID. Driver's license.
Okay. I'll hand it back to him. All right. We're good here.
Okay. Alrighty. And so let's see. I think I might need to let's see. Yeah. So you're kind of you're going upstairs, right? That's next, yeah? So you're looking to go. He'll follow along. He's got nothing else he can do. Yeah. You go up the stairs and you come to another hallway, hotel-like hallway, doors. Up and down it. It's kind of, get up to the landing, both sides. More of this sort of Victorian hotel stretches either way, right and left. And you do hear coming from the right shouting from a distant room. I do invoke and conjure thee, O spirit person, and being with power, armed with supreme majesty, I strongly command thee, by Berlanisis, Baldanesis, Paumachia, and apologize, Hades. And it goes on like that, like reading Goetic names.
Anything down the other corridor?
No sound
that we hear?
No.
Okay. You want to go talk to that guy? I'll look at May.
I think we had.
One of your
you would call it. I don't know if you would call it success. They're not my people.
It's like, what are you guys? You guys are gonna go like? I just hide when I hear shit like that.
I think we've had our best luck going left.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm hearing the cadence right in that direction, that person is trying to summon a demon. I think I don't want anything to do with that. So.
Okay, so you head the other way.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, is Agent Yoshida thinking about like you're just trying to find the missing girl, right?
Yeah, that's it.
So you go ahead and make a sanity check. And this will be against this is not, you haven't lost the sanity you've lost already in this environment.
Okay, so it's against the sanity that I had when we started.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry
I don't think that matters.
No, that would be a critical failure.
Oh, there you go.
77.
Okay. So you just have you basically walk to the end of the corridor and there's a door there. And it says okay, it has Abigail Wright's apartment number on it.
Well, I get wide-eyed and take a couple of giant steps backward.
Yeah.
And look over my shoulder and say, that this looks like the door to Abigail's apartment.
Try the key.
Is it locked?
I'm going to try the door.
It's locked.
Okay, who has the key?
One of us does.
Yeah, I think I was always imagining Darren did.
Yeah. I'll fish it out, put it in the door, turn the lock.
Opens it.
Yeah, I'm going to heft the axe.
1A. It's 1A on there.
Yeah, open the door, and I'll as I open it, I'll call in Abigail. Are you there?
You open up the door, and it's a familiar sight. It is her apartment, festooned with all of the artwork, things and such, and things on the wall. Has the box with the yellow sign naked on top of it in the middle of the room. And you hear the sounds of New York outside the windows that are still, of course, covered in stuff. Just down the way through her bedroom.
Is our stuff still there, like the box of tapes and whatnot?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we're back.
When we have our strength or a random dude with us.
So let's see, Darren, you step in the room.
Yeah.
Everything you experienced, like you had kind of this kind of a sense feeling of unreality, and it all really comes crashing down as all of the awful things you saw and witnessed hit you, and you lose all of the sand that you lost in the night floors all at once.
I see.
How much is that?
It's a lot. It is.
So you blow through your breaking point at the very
40. Yeah, 40. Well, I went in at 44. So then I lost another 6 from there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And that'll drop you into 32, and you're breaking point.
No, 38.
I'm sorry, 38. Yeah, so you immediately go temporarily insane, and you probably run to the yellow sign and eat it.
Yeah. Sounds right.
Yeah, so you're busy doing that.
Okay.
So basically, you guys just see him run off to the right, and I mean, what do you make any noise? Like, just what's Darren's sort of break look like? Sound like?
Yeah, I think he says he kind of looks back and he says, "Well, I guess we're back." And then like a realization starts to dawn on him as all that stuff that he his reality finds its own level back in his head.
Mm-hmm.
And he just turns and runs into the apartment. He's just knocking shit over to get to that yellow sign.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just that he eats the yellow sign. He does do that, but also he's just eating everything else around it. He's just shoving it in his mouth and like chewing it.
Yes.
So like there's like metal artwork and stuff. There's rancid old food boxes and whatever. He's just shoving it all in his mouth to wash down the yellow sign.
Oh yeah. All right.
Men, help.
So of course the next thing is that all of you, the same thing happens. The sand loss you have accrued crashes into you as you step.
Okay, I'm going to make sure that Langford goes through before I do.
Okay, he goes through and he just he goes, wait, is this the? And he just screams, and crouches down and holds his head and drops over and just kind of is in a fetal ball, just essentially catatonic at the moment.
And then all of us, once we get in, immediately the same thing happens. We don't have
who's doing that in what order? Because we get to talk about our
Seems like I'm
breaking
last,
points going boom. Who be next?
I can go.
Okay, Daniel. How much sanity did you lose?
4.
In the night floors? Okay, so not so bad, I think. Do you hit a breaking point?
I don't think so.
Okay, great. So you walk through and you don't suffer as badly as Darren does, for sure, or as the poor guy who's been there for 6 months does. And you're just like, oh, what the hell was that? You see the corridor of doors kind of behind, through that. Of course, that's not right because that leads in the hallway, but it's a different hallway, and you're in what happened, what? So you just kind of go, this strange weirdness. How do you sort of express that dislocation from reality?
Daniel checks his head because he thinks he might have had a concussion.
Oh yeah, of course.
Just
oh, for sure.
His brain is doing weird things because he thinks he might have had something go into his skull, which is true. He's like, oh yes, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
And then he kind of reasons all the insanity that has been happening through the concussion. So he kind of writes it off and is like, okay. And he goes into his EMT bag, and he gets something to calm his nerves, and then takes a few out for the rest as well.
Okay, great. So, right, and then so Fiona.
Yeah, so all the
coming
after, making sure that David's between us, like, oh, you got David, we're good. Want to make sure he's going through, and then I'll step through. And I absolutely did pass my breaking point, not by much, but definitely passed it.
Okay, so you certainly have a temporary insanity. Is that looking like a fight, flight, or freeze?
Let's roll for it. Okay, fight.
Okay. So, let's see. I imagine you might have a hallucination that,
I was thinking hallucination, possibly.
yeah, as Darren is sort of freaking out and like eating the walls and stuff, Daniel's pretty calm, kind of grabbing stuff. The other guy, David, is down in the sort of comatose. So the most active person is definitely John. So you feel like there's some kind of demon in here, and it's like bouncing all over the walls like a poltergeist. You need to shoot that thing.
Oh no. Okay.
So roll.
Yeah.
Roll the
firearm.
Pull your Glock out. Or wait, did you have a different weapon?
No, that's what I had. Oh. I just didn't know if you wanted me to roll for what I hit. Am I rolling for it?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
You're fighting.
Okay, so I definitely made my firearms.
Okay, so roll damage as you hit Darren.
With his own gun.
With his own gun.
With his own weapon, yeah.
What's I don't
that I handed back to you in a moment of trust.
It's gonna be
two people.
D10.
D10. Oh no, I'm so sorry. This is not what I wanted. 6. Not 6.
Okay, 6. So that doesn't kill you, but it hurts.
It does.
So he kind of is just manically trying to eat this stuff, and you basically just he sort of like leaps at you to grab a thing right behind you, and you're just like and blast him in the gut, and you go down, I imagine, and just start barfing up all of this paper that you're eating.
Yeah, and the only thing he's capable of saying is whatever was whispered in his ear. That's how that's the only thing he can say through this right now. Is, what was it? It's
to fall into the hands
of the living God.
Yeah. Yes. And finally, Agent May.
Yeah. So I stepped through that. It hits me, but my total SAN loss, because I used some of my bonds for it, is 3.
Oh yeah. So yeah, you don't do too badly, and you don't hit a breaking point. So right?
Yeah.
Okay,
right. No,
so
I'm not. Yeah, not near.
You're relatively. I mean, you're busy rationalizing the fuck out of all this, and just burning your synapses out to not think about things and.
Yeah, well, I actually come through. I close the door. I turn around, and then I open the door again and look out.
Oh yeah, that's what should be there. It's just the apartment corridor at the Macallaster, not the hallway you just stepped out of.
And I slowly pull the door closed, like, okay, we're back.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No.
Daniel
Max.
already, with the EMT bag, grabs his equipment and starts to fish out the bullet.
Okay, you can roll your first aid, and congratulations, you all. You have escaped the night floors, and you saved a guy. It's a little gut shot compared to
totally worth it.
Went
in there for an Abigail, and we got a David. Totally worth it.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we can.
I failed that, by the way.
You failed it?
Yeah.
Oh, too bad. Darren's got a hospital stay, just like the rest of you. Fiona's not the worst. Fiona's like the least hurt.
I am the least hurt physically. Mentally, I'm not doing too well.
Yeah. So you all get out of the building. Are you going to stay in the apartment here and finish your cataloging? What do you do?
I mean, I think I require medical attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
I'm going to do that.
Okay. Well, let's see. So the I think we're going to do a montage. We're going to have you all getting out of the building. We're going to have you all going to the hospital. At any point, do you call Agent Marcus?
I don't think I'm even thinking about that personally. I don't know about anyone else.
I don't think I am. I think I'm just going to pack my family up and leave town.
Well, first you gotta get in the hospital, right?
Yeah. I mean, but that's the plan. As they put me under.
Let's go out back, take the sheriff's car, and drive ourselves to the hospital.
Yes.
Yep. Okay.
It's probably the safest way to get there. Yes,
you do that, and you actually get left alone. They get patched up at the hospital. Some of you, I mean, these are like days of stays at the hospital to get this, like weeks, like even. So as we sort of montage our way through this, you all are, sort of go through the ER, you get to, patched up. You're definitely like, the phone does ring, and do you answer it?
The phone in the hospital rings?
Yeah. It's in your room for each of you.
Oh, for each of us. Oh, okay.
I'm not answering the phone.
I'll answer at some point. Yeah.
So you made it out. What happened?
Barely. There's like a whole maze. What? Wait, no, you don't get to ask us questions. What did you send us into?
Told you it's a national security threat, and it sounds like it's pretty serious. All right. I don't want you to ever talk about this to anyone.
I think that's that wouldn't be very hard to do.
And I don't want you to ever see the others again.
Or what? You're gonna throw me out a window?
If I'm nice.
Who are you? What do you want from us?
That's a need to know basis, and you don't need to know. You've done your job. You survived. That's all you need to know.
What about all those people up in those night floors?
Don't ever talk about that.
Okay.
And then he hangs up. Click. And basically it's the same thing if you two, like, do you guys pick up your call?
Yeah, I'll pick up mine eventually.
Okay. Yoshida.
Who is this?
Tell me what happened. This is
Who is this?
Marcus.
We went into an extra dimensional space.
It manifested from the building?
Yeah. First floor, front corner.
Mm-hmm. So Van Fitt's apartment.
Yeah.
All right. So how would you assess this threat?
I think there's something there. We never got to the heart of it.
You're probably lucky. All right. Well, you don't need to worry about anything else. We'll take care of it. Just go back to your life. We'll make sure you have plenty of money to keep things comfortable for you. Good job.
Yeah. Thanks. Hey, do me a favor. Yeah. Don't ever call me again. Just hang up.
All right, great. So you all find like, $500K in your bank account after this, a few days later, basically.
Wow, in 1995 money.
Yeah, untraceable. And it's pretty it's not really a surprise when you hear that the Macallaster building has been burns down because of a gas leak. And you'd never hear at least not until it got 5 years goes by, you don't hear anything about any of this. It's back to your jobs, back to your lives, or are you? What happens to your characters over the next 20 years or so?
20 years? Oh.
Wow.
I don't know.
Well, even 5 or 10.
Daniel gets married.
Aw. Yay.
He uses thanks. So that he uses that money to buy a house.
Mm-hmm.
And he does the kid thing and supports his parents and gets some super normal job, not even like flying an airplane or anything. He's probably like working at a school as a nerd.
Mm-hmm. Great. Bit of a happy thereafter. Did you burn any bonds?
No,
you never did. So yeah, that tracks. How about who wants to go? Let's go next.
Oh, I get divorced.
Oh yeah, that must happen.
Yeah. So I never spent any of the money. It just is sitting in whatever account, and although he never picked up the call, he did actually speak with Marcus. He went out to visit, Tom Wright's grave, and Marcus showed up there.
Yep.
And Darren thought he was going to get killed. Basically, that was just going to be it. But Marcus gave him the same, spiel that he gave over the phone, which basically don't talk about it.
Yeah, he probably was fishing for debrief info too, just to right.
And Darren's fine with compartmentalizing and basically saying none of it happened. I mean, that's just that's part of his training. But
a lot of boxes in his head.
He never got over not being able to bring Abigail back for Tom, and it ate into his relationship with his daughter and his wife, and it just deteriorated from there. So probably after probably didn't take more than a couple of years before he ended up losing the wife. She's got the house, kids with her. He quit his job because Cal's the one that turned him on to hooking up with Marcus in the first place.
Yep.
So yeah, he's just kind of out on his own. If it's 10 years down the road, he's newly 61 and he's not doing great, but he's still hanging on. He's still got that picture.
He still got that picture.
He still thinks Abigail can come home.
So that heroin you grabbed.
Yeah.
So that powder was not heroin.
Oh.
It's like white. It's a white powder, but it has golden trails through it. And did you ever do that?
No. I actually went in a pinch, injecting people with heroin and getting them out of the building. That might have been a way to extract her if she was unwilling to go.
Sure.
So that was what was in his head. But no, he still got it.
Yeah.
It's in a brown box, in one of like a storage unit or something.
Right. Green box.
Yeah.
Seed pods too, or does someone else have those?
The which?
The seed pods.
I ended up
I think Daniel had those in the duffel bag.
about a lot of money too. I don't know.
A lot of money. Another 100K there, right? Sure. Okay, great. And then Yoshida. You've got a very valuable book.
Yes, she has a very valuable book. So there's sort of a cross section of montages that happen with him. One is his career within medical examiner's office, like climbing, and that is juxtaposed against shots of him in the backyard of his place, where there's a greenhouse. And in the greenhouse, there are all these very dead fruit trees from neglect, and a growing stack of books that looks sort of like a temporary library, where clearly at some point he's bought some shelves, but then they're just stacking. And in the middle of them is that original book, and then a big notebook on the side where clearly he's slowly and meticulously translating the book from Latin to English.
Yep. So in fact, you learn a spell from that book. And this may affect your future. It is a ritual called the preliminary invocation to primumation.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, but the upshot here is that you can summon demons, and there are 72 demons that do lots of different things described in that book.
Okay.
And this may become useful later. So if you are inclined, and it seems like Agent May might, casting this over the course of a few years can get you the information from demons that would not be known by anyone, can get you different sorts of favors or riches or that kind of thing.
Wow. If he gets to the point where he thinks that works,
I mean, he tried, right?
He's going to see if it's. So he would need to know if the demons can do two things. One, tell him where Abigail Wright is. Two, bring Abigail Wright to him.
Yeah. Let's see. He can definitely get him to tell him where she is. And the answer is Carcosa.
Okay. Can one of them bring...
And your tutor, your demon tutor...
Oh, great.
...tells you what Carcosa is, which we will save for a future session.
Okay. So can they bring her to me?
They cannot. She needs to go deeper into Carcosa to escape it. Like, your sense is like she is in the pull of a singularity. She has gone beyond the event horizon, and she can't come back. Unless you want to go in there after her.
I'm not going in after her.
Oh, well.
Absolutely not. Okay, yes. Once I learned that.
You do get some answers. Yeah, there's prices, though. Like, people you love die in car accidents. Or freak electrical storms, or get struck by lightning.
Okay.
So you become a very lonely person.
I mean, there are only two summonings that I do, which is to get those pieces of information, and then
and there's very direct. You're very aware that there is a price for those pieces of information, and they are paid by people around you.
I mean, if I know that in advance,
you don't.
No, I don't. Okay, yeah,
it's like just a coincidence.
Coincidence, sure.
So you do it the first time.
Yeah.
Oh man, your mom got cancer or whatever. Second time. Oh wait, some crazy militia guy drove a truck through the fruit tree.
Right.
Society's meeting.
Right. And Marlene Falkenberg, who brought me into the society, is killed.
Yep. Well, probably a lot of them are killed.
Yes. Okay. Well, yeah.
So you
got to know your limit.
Shot of Yoshida 10 years later.
I don't know. The final shot of him 10 years later is, I mean, based on that, the final shot of him 10 years later is him at his mother's funeral. And as people walk up and put handfuls of dirt in, he reaches into his coat and pulls out that ancient book and throws it into the grave, and grabs a shovel and begins to just shovel dirt over the top of it.
Yeah. And another thing that has occurred over the course of the years it's almost like tinnitus, except it's visual. Like you're constantly seeing demons at the edge of your vision. Like you did this ritual, and it's a long ritual, and you did it a couple times in a circle and all that shit, and you saw things outside the circle. You saw them, and they never stopped being at the edge of your vision.
Right.
Until that moment. You finally bury it. Awesome.
Okay.
So that's Impossible Landscapes, The Night Floors. Well done. You all survived. Yeah.
Fiona, did you do your tenure?
No, I didn't actually.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. It was okay. That was like so dramatic. I didn't want to interrupt. I was
my God. So no, perfect. Okay. So yes. So Fiona Frost.
So I picture her mostly like taking a long break. I mean, we have all this money right now, so taking a long break, travel for a while. But she can't really let go anything that's happened because it was insane and crazy. And she becomes extremely obsessed with trying to understand what happened. If that's happening, what else is happening?
Sure.
So she'll probably try to reach out to everyone. And I'm assuming Daniel isn't interested. Maybe he is, but I'm assuming if he's doing the kids and family thing, that's not maybe something he wants to pursue. I don't know. But she definitely contacts Max as well. Like, come on, you were in there with me the whole time. You saw everything. Like, you can't let this go. I don't know if he's into it or not.
Sure.
Yeah. And then definitely go after Yoshida to try to get some answers. I don't know if he's interested in giving any up, but she's basically on the path of trying to just understand things. And like Carcosa did stick in her head after Castaigne mentioned it. So she's kind of trying to figure that out. So that's kind of becoming her life, at least for the foreseeable future.
All right. So you spend years trying to dig into the clues that you have.
Yoshida would share what he knows. I mean, when she says like, what is Carcosa? He'd say it's a city beyond the night floors, and Abigail is there and being drawn to the center of something powerful. We can't retrieve her unless we go there, and I'm not going there.
So I would say that over the course, it's very hard to dig up any of this like information because it's being actively destroyed by Delta Green. But you're sort of existing on a margin that they're like going to leave you alone for a while and hope that you won't, or even better, they do keep track of you and you're now a canary. And so they will leave you alone. You find out interesting things. You find out, you sort of take the clues that you have, like Broadal Bin. There is no hotel Broadal Bin in New York. There's odd connections between you and the other folks in terms of your parents and where you were born, and it's just odd coincidences, almost like overlapping stains on reality. And you find out more about this Asa Garabandi person, he was strange, and in fact suspected of murdering many children after he sort of made lots of these Picasso of architecture places, some of which still exist. Different buildings and houses.
Is that house still there in Chicago?
The house is not there anymore in Chicago, and as I told you, that genius like gal was she kind of holed up in there after a while, and then nobody really knew where they assumed that she died, but her body was never found in the building. Let's see, other bits and pieces you can uncover, but nothing really like leads you back to the really intense weirdness of the Macallaster. Macallaster seemed to have been a particularly bad manifestation of whatever this is. You know that there's a play.
He mentioned
called
it.
The King in Yellow.
Yeah, The King in Yellow.
You're never able to find it.
Probably for the best.
Search for a decade. Yeah. Yeah. And so that's it. It's like you kind of have a bunch of pieces, but you're never able to quite fit them together. All right. So there we go. Now I'll cut that other part out. And this part I'll say, but yeah, thank you so much. You guys have been so amazing. The Night Floors is not a super deadly like scenario. It can be, but it really depends. I had basically just had like a bunch of things that I was, I would choose some things and I would randomly determine other like encounters and that kind of thing. So anyway, you really played your characters to the hilt. Thank you so much. You guys were.
That was a lot of fun.
That was
great.
That was very fun and intense.
Yes.
Awesome. And cheers. And we will. So yeah, that is Night Floors, part of the Impossible Landscapes campaign, and Midway Tabletop will be returning with the next part, which is a much later, set in 2015.
Oh man.
Adventure called A Volume of Secret Faces. So thanks to everyone for watching and all that stuff. We're going to have a great time talking about this. Join us on our Discord, join us on our the Midway Tabletop social media and stuff. And once again, amazing players. Thank you so much, Honda, Matt, Kaya, and John. It was such a great pleasure to be playing with you.
Thanks for running, Marty.
Thanks for running.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Very good.
All right. Good night.
Good night.
We'll see you in Carcosa.
Hope not.
the shore, the cloud waves break, the twin suns sink behind the lake, the shadows lay